And just as just a moment of reprieve would be in the time of getting everything ready, probably notifying any of the men and even myself to restore any rations that we need for the travel.
Yeah, on the way out, you can do that easily.
Yeah.
It's a busy marketplace of a town.
Yeah.
Good, Barry. I'm done.
Dog food.
It's DAWG. This episode's sponsored by
I was gonna say, we don't
DAWG dog food.
It's not a sponsor.
Welcome to System Exploration by Unfortunate Ones. I'm Zav.
I'm Nix.
I'm Graythorn.
And we are continuing our adventure with... Shit, what was your character's name?
Wait, what was my character's name? Trent.
Trent. With Trent and Sharon in the Midlands, trying to rescue a caravan and the items within the caravan with Graythorn as our DM. Graythorn, take it away.
All right, so you guys just came off your battle with a bunch of brigands known as Harden's Boys. After your fight, after your very powerful spell cast,
Yeah.
You're welcome.
beautifully cast, nobody saved. You decided to head off towards Anamaska, the Jewel of Barons, that sits one of the three major cities of Asherma. Sits on the far western border of Asherma. You head there because you, as briefed by one of your golden hair escorts, have been told that we can take the stuff back to a contact there, and for whatever intents and purposes that you have, it could either stay there or you can go and bring it back with you when you find your thing. When you find your things. So, you guys have yourself maybe a 2 or 3 day ride, depending on how fast you want to go.
Oh, is it that far away?
It's a decent trip.
Okay.
You can go to another town, which was told to you by, I think, the Golden Hairs or Harden's Boys, which is closer, but it is sort of a seedier town.
I think because we're dropping off golden hair goods, I think it makes sense for us to go to the one with the outpost.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, you guys are on your way. All right. You're riding. The first stretch of your trip, which is like the rest of your daylight, is uneventful. Eventually, you guys will bed down for camp. The Golden Hairs will set things up. And, why don't you give me an intelligence check? Sharon.
Can do. I would do that by rolling a what again? Sorry?
You'll roll a d20 with your intelligence as the modifier.
Correct. Oh, it's going to be very good. Intelligence?
Yes.
A 28.
All right. You guys just had yourself I wouldn't say hard-fought battle. It might have been a little hard for some people, particularly one of the people in your care. The older man...
I was going to want to address this, actually.
The older man who was referred to as Harden, he did take himself a pretty decent shot to the gut that sort of pierced the lower under armor, the black leather of the golden hair armor, somewhere on his side.
His name is Harden?
Yes.
Is he Harden of the Harden Boys?
No.
Guess it's just a common name.
You're
Regular old John. John Dungeon.
Your companions, if we haven't squared off their names, are Hardin, George, and Adam.
Okay.
Might have said something last week, but I saw my notes.
It's okay. You said that we did get their names in passing, but we didn't actually go over it. So the older guy is Hardin, the guy that's kind of the leader of the group.
That's George.
Okay. And the kid is
Adam.
Yeah. Okay. As I recall, the kid is the only one with a particularly different fighting style, being ranged.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. As we go down to rest, I would want to approach Hardin. Need me to take a look at that?
Are you a skilled healer?
In my own way.
Be mighty kind if you did.
I'll pull out whatever herbs and salves and whatnot that I have with my herbalist proficiencies, and begin to tend to the wounds. And for whatever rest we can get here, this person would be under my care.
All right.
Giving them, if they get a more complete, or what is defined as a complete rest, which I would need you to expand upon, with me, that would give them as a, I believe it's incomplete rest 1, complete rest 2, and then because I'm also a herbalist, 3. On a complete rest 3.
Yes. So, as far as I know, without opening up the rules,
I do have it open. Mm-hmm.
you can read what you could tell me what it says there.
Sure.
For what the rest is, but I'm pretty sure it really just means that you need sufficient sleep, food, water, and a comfortable temperature, as well as a comfort, really.
I imagine temperature would be the hardest thing for us to achieve here.
Well, temperature really just means you're not in extreme heat or extreme cold.
Yeah.
Like if you're bundled up in blankets and you're sufficiently warm, that will still count.
Because like we ramped up with equipment for venturing.
Mm-hmm.
I assume some level of that equipment would be like bedrolls, perhaps tents and whatnot.
Yes.
Would that constitute comfort?
Yes, as long as, it's not extreme weather out here. They all have their own bedrolls and all that stuff. They have tents as well.
Okay. So yeah, a wounded character under my care would recover 1 hit point per day when traveling or engaging in non-strenuous activity. If they get a complete rest, it's 2. Because I'm a herbalist, it's 3.
Mm-hmm. So you will be traveling. I'm not sure if...
How long is a rest?
I'm pretty sure a sleep is usually what it is. I think if the complete rest is more like what I would be using in my own system's long rest, which would be like a 24-hour deal.
Okay.
As long as you're not doing anything that's more strenuous than riding a horse.
So it'd be a 2 in this case then.
It would be
because we're only getting the sleep. We're not getting like a day's bed rest.
Correct.
Okay. But yeah, I would through the night use my knowledge of both healing and herbalism to help this person recover.
All right. You do what you do.
Trent's not wounded at all, right? We
No.
kind of aced that whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hardin's the only one who actually took an attack.
Okay.
Well, everyone else had glancing shots.
To Hardin, I know he's not the leader, and I'm not saying this necessarily to the greater party. I'm gonna say, for next time, if we're going to go into a situation like that, I understand that you are frontline fighters, but if you give me a bit more space and time to try and trap our enemies, you might not get in as close a danger.
He looks at you. Yeah, we're not used to working with people such as yourself. When we do our thing, shock and awe is our strategy. We don't like to give them a chance to rally. But next time, I'll keep that in mind.
We're like in the midst of like changing the bandages. Just a bit of space between the shock and the awe. That's all I ask.
I wouldn't want to get caught up in that again. Pray tell what else you can do.
Well, pray tell as well what we might find when we find those robed individuals. I assume you and your merry trio will be coming with me and Trent for the rest of the venture.
Of course, it's what we've been stationed to do.
Good. You seem like good lads. Glad to have you with us.
I find it strange to have you and your compatriot here, but I'm glad you're here as well. That could have been very bad for us.
I'll kind of give a curious look. Do the golden hairs not typically contract out?
When we do, it's usually we're looking to absorb people into our company. This, as far as I know, is not one of those situations. Mercenaries. We golden hair are the mercenaries. You, however, are mercenaries for us, which, in my long service here, never really seen.
I'll give a meaningful glance in the direction of Trent. Not meaningful to Trent. I'm sure Trent's busy doing stuff, but just for the sake of this conversation. Well, perhaps that is how it will turn out in the end. But as I'll look back to him, but I'll be moving on. I don't intend on becoming a golden hair, even though your armor is quite shiny.
Well, it might be for the best, really. I know that the triumvirate doesn't really like us keeping whatever it is that you do in our business. But the other guy, if he's reliable, he might receive an offer if everything goes well.
Just continue bandaging, packing with salves and things like that. Let the conversation fade.
Wait till I start casting magic.
Yeah, you are only martial up to a level.
All right. Do you guys do watches, I assume?
Yeah. Do the necessary things we need to do for travel.
Yeah, over the next few days.
Yeah, whatever comes up, comes up.
Mm-hmm. All right. Daytime comes. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened. You might hear some coyotes off in the distance. You might hear a strange noise or two. But it's not unusual, for at least compared to your first day out here in the Barrens. You guys pack up, get your horses ready, have whatever food you need to have. I assume a good berry.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll retroactively roll and remove the good berry when something happens. We don't need to do it every day if things aren't happening.
Yeah. You choose between a singular berry or a proper dried meal, probably some sort of hardtack, jerky, other dried fruits and stuff, and get on your way. For your second day of travel, everything seems fine. Can either of you or both of you give me a perception check?
I'll let him do it for the general, the travel looking out. I would typically be doing, which is not a threat assessment. I just want to gather an idea of the wildlife here. In general, I have more of an affinity for fauna rather than flora. So, what type of squirrels am I looking at is more what I'm thinking rather than I'm not looking out for monsters and shit. Not great though. It'll pass still. Beyond
right.
21.
Cool. And you?
28.
All right. So you're keeping an eye out on whatever desert creatures might be out here.
Mm-hmm.
You see things from time to time.
If they're bugs, it's on site.
A little ladybug might land on a tree somewhere.
Eldritch Blast.
Butterfly flapping its wings over a flower. One of those ugly ass tarantula hawks, maybe. Seems like regular desert flora. Has Sharon been out in the desert yet in his travels?
I don't know. I'd have to readjust your map. Perhaps I've traveled through it, but I do, despite what people might expect, typically spend more time either coming to or going to or coming from society in my particular travels, which is not how I grew up. I definitely grew up more in the wilds, so to speak, but my reason and presence for being here is more interacting with the folk here. So if I have, it would be passing through.
Okay, so you spent most of your time in the Borean tundras and stuff like that, the Borean forests. Are used to that kind of fauna. Yeah, lizards. You see a snake out there. Is it obvious what you're doing?
Yeah, paying attention to the creatures, the critters.
Do you have a little sketchbook? Drawing cute little pictures of animals?
I'll tell you what. No, but I will. I will do a thing. So, stowing away the block that I had been working on and whatever creature it was that I was carving out. I don't remember if I announced that it was last time or not, but we'll say something. You can dictate whatever it is, DM. Catches my eye, and I will pull out a new block of wood and begin carving that.
Sure.
Okay. The kid, the younger boy, rides up to you. You see that one out there? That little coil off in the distance, that snake? It's common out here. Don't let it bite you. It's
Venomous.
very, very much so. And then he'll start he sees you paying attention to whatever might creep or crawl out there, and he'll start pointing things out and be like, that's that. Well, that over there is that. Those things with the legs and the little tail, they're venomous too, but they're good eats if you catch them. Cook them first. Tastes like something that comes out of the sea. Scorpion, I think is what it's called. And he'll just kind of go on that.
Sure.
And eventually he'll mention for my survival training I learned this. For my survival training I learned that. Kind of just going off on that.
It could be minor to the point of no mechanical advantage, if you'll give it to me. But I'd like to pull out, from my collection of things that a herbalist might have, a small vial or something. Well, I'm certainly interested in the more venomous ones. Their uses have various applications.
You're not from Yucatan, right?
Is Galarion Yucatan?
No.
Okay. I'm not.
The people out there, they believe the same thing. They like to either use the venoms as part of their weaponry, or even make potion and drink from them. George has told me that sometimes the warriors would drink a whole vial of some sort of snake venom before they go into battle. I've never understood it myself. Sounds dangerous.
Can be, if you don't know what you're dealing with. But there's various purposes for such things.
Would you like to try and catch one?
I'm gonna pause for a moment. I'll say that's what I've been carving, is the coiled up snake. Perhaps on the way back if we see another.
And then his eyes perk up as he looks in the distance. Look at that. Over there. And he'll point out to you. You'll see a rabbit doing the thing they stand up on their hind legs. I know when you refer to a meerkat or a marmot, it's called tripoding.
Okay.
Or a monitor lizard or something like that. They'll just stand up and they'll look around. It's one of them golden hairs. It's what the company was named after. It's, do you know about them?
I loose an arrow.
I'll shake my head no.
It's said that, a golden hair can bring you great fortune, or a sign of great fortune, but also terrible luck. Not entirely sure what they meant by that. Sounds like, it cancels itself out.
Perhaps they mean terrible luck in the venture with great reward at the end.
Possibly. Though I'm not entirely sure why you want to name a company as this after a creature like that.
I'll look over at Harden, who is still recovering from his wounds. I'm assuming you're going to get some kind of reward for this venture at the end of it, but not all of it is a blessing while you're going through.
Aye. But I wouldn't say he had bad luck. He's alive.
Well, I won't speak for the lad, but I think you should ask him that. Kind of give a chuckle.
He would say the same. Any battle you walk away from is a good one. And to be wounded at one and walk away is even better luck.
Better luck or better fortune?
Well, the fortune's to be determined once everything's done.
Well, at least that battle is done, and none of you were harmed. I'm glad to see that when bringing someone as young as yourself into the fold, at least you are fighting from a range.
One day I'm to graduate to be more like George over there, but they do make us younger ones fight from further back.
It's good. By the time you graduate, you'll have lived a good life.
I sure hope so.
And if you should fall, that would not be in vain at that point.
Well, I sure hope we don't come to that.
I'll just pat him on the shoulder and not say anything in response.
He does look a little bit down as he says that, but you pat him on the shoulder and he kind of nods his head and gets a bit more of a stern look and continues riding alongside you. Trent,
Yes.
as you are doing your thing, looking out for whatever dangers may arise, you will see a series of riders off in the distance, maybe about 1,000 feet out. They're heading in your general heading. So if you keep going in this path, you might cross each other.
Do I recognize anything about these riders?
They're pretty far off. It's hard to say, really, at this point in time.
I would assume one of these golden hairs is next to me. Any of you lads have a spyglass? Was that in the inventory?
No. As I said before, we forgot to bring one.
Yeah, same. These riders up the road, I can't make much detail. You're more familiar with the area now.
Wrong voice. Yeah, so we're more familiar with the area, of course. From what I can tell, they're most likely just going to Anamaska. Do you think we should be worried?
They're ahead of us, riding in the same direction?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I thought they were riding against.
No, they're riding in the same heading.
Sorry, yes, my bad.
Oh, are we to merge at some point?
Yes. Eventually
Okay.
you'll probably get close enough to cross, depending on if you change your speed or they change your speed and whatnot.
Probably allow them to get ahead of us.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
You'll slow down the caravan a bit. All right. You guys continue on moving.
Mm-hmm.
Some time passes. The riders have crossed in your path, and then if you're keeping watch on them, eventually they'll change their course to go a little bit more northways.
Okay.
The rest of your ride for this day is uneventful, aside from whatever fauna you wish to see bouncing around out there.
Sure.
All right.
As I drool over the thought of golden hair soup.
You fuck. I don't know when it would become useful, but more so in the immediate vicinity when we go to make camp. If I could use my spell to locate animal or plant, if I have in my knowledge base a particular poisonous plant that I could extract the poison from, just to have in my inventory, I would like to do so. So I will cast that spell.
Okay. Does it specify that it has to be a certain kind of plant, or is it just any kind of vegetation?
Let me see.
Why don't you read the spell for us? Because remember, we are exploring 2E, and our viewer should probably know the glory that is 2E spells.
And just for me in the background, whenever we make camp, I do have a proficiency in fire building, so I'm going to help with that. And I also have proficiency in bow or fletcher. I'm just going to be going through my stuff, potentially making more arrows, but not more just checking my stuff.
Okay. Why don't you read us the fire building proficiency?
Oh, it's insane.
Is it simple or is it big?
It's just like it's just strange in terms of like most people don't think about building fires. It's crazy the
most
level.
People don't think about setting up camp.
Exactly. So a character with fire building proficiency does not normally need a tinderbox to start a fire. I do have one in my inventory. Given some dry wood and small pieces of tinder, he can start a fire in 2d20 minutes. Flint and steel are not required. Wet wood, high winds, or other adverse conditions increase the time to 3d20. And a successful proficiency check must be rolled to start a fire. It's crazy that that's so detailed.
I mean, you got to think about it. Nobody that we know in our lives, maybe like 5% of the people that we know in our lives probably know how to start a fire without a lighter.
Yeah.
So like when you have these proficiencies built out, these are like actual, hey, you're doing a thing that's kind of important.
Even myself.
I've seen people multiple times in my life, just because I grew up camping and I've gone camping with people who have not grown up camping, can't start a fire with a lighter.
Yeah.
With a lighter, with newspapers, with tinder underneath a pre-set up bundle of wood.
Yeah, and then
still struggle.
Nowadays, you go onto YouTube and watch like primitive technology,
God,
like just start a fire like
stuff.
nothing.
Yeah.
And
I mean, even right now, as much as I just talk shit in that moment, right now, given the resources of like logs, some tinder, some smaller bundles of sticks to kind of get a fire going, and you give me a tinder box, I don't think I'm going to get it right away. I think it's going to take
you a little bit. Yeah.
It'll take me a little bit to get like an actual fire going.
Yep. Even making like a fire drill and using that properly is incredibly difficult, and it's gonna fuck your arms up a bit.
Yeah. My rogue though, 2d20 minutes.
If it's in wet conditions.
Well, 3d20 if it's in wet conditions.
Ah, I thought you just make it in 20 minutes.
No, it's 2d20 minutes.
Okay.
If I have dry wood and small pieces of tinder.
Right. Yeah, I heard that wrong then.
Yeah. So it still could take my rogue, who has a proficiency in fire building, up to 40 minutes to start a fire.
It takes a while to start a fire by hand.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I like rules like that for setting a precedence. I would make someone roll that the first time in a campaign and then never again.
Or if it's unimportant for them to do it.
Yeah.
I would make them do it once, just like, hey, this is a thing that you're going to have to do. But if it is important to do, like you're in a terrible survival situation, you're going to have to do it.
I always play through the first night of camp on a travel, wherever someone's traveling. Well, I mean, if it's enough distance. Just the first night to establish what the watches look like, what setting up camp looks like, what equipment everybody brought, what everybody's participation, and give nice room for some role play and things like that. But like I always play through the first night of camp on a trip.
Depending on the situation, now I'll try to do it more often because I want to give the players a chance to fuck something up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys said you pitched your horses those last few times, but you didn't do it this time. I'm just saying.
I use the first one to establish what they are doing for the rest of the trip, so I don't have to ask them every night and blah, blah, blah. Like, also, like, watches. Like, the first night, I'm really particular about when and what watches happen and whatnot. Sometimes I'll throw curveballs of making it seem important and then not. But oftentimes I'll just be like, all right, you're all on watch, blah, blah, first watch, second watch, third watch, I'm assuming, just like the night before. Give me all of your perception checks. And I just have them roll all at the same time just to kind of push through it.
Yeah.
And that's only if you're in a more dangerous area where something might happen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just be like, days pass.
Yep. Yeah. Learn through my experience.
Yeah. Sometimes
Learn
it
through
gets...
our experience.
It gets
Monotonous sometimes.
monotonous sometimes. So like I like playing through the first night. After that, push to an event.
Yeah.
If your DM is asking you to do a thing that you've done before that's mundane, just know that it's your time to fuck up. Oh yeah, and if I'm your DM,
So, locate animals or plants. Range 100 yards plus 20 yards per level. So for me, that would be another 100 yards. AOE, so it's 20 yards wide plus level times 20 feet. Pretty big. Casting time 1 round, duration 1 round. There's actually more details in that about the duration, but whatever. The caster can find the direction and distance of any one type of animal or plant he desires. The caster facing in a direction thinks of the animal or plant and then knows if any such animal or plant is within range. If so, the exact distance and approximate number present. The exact number present is learned. During each... This text is so fucking small, by the way. That's why I'm struggling. During each round of the spell's duration, the caster can face in only one direction, i.e. only a 20-foot ride path can be known. The spell lasts 1 round per level of experience of the caster. I assume that means my casting level, if I'm not multi-class, so I'm level 5. So 5 rounds. While the length of the path is 100 yards plus 20 yards per level of the experience. At the DM's option, some casters may be able to locate only those animals or plants associated closely with their own mythos, while the exact chance of locating a specific type immediately lost my place of animal or plant depends on the details and circumstances of the locale. The general frequency of the subject can be used as a guideline. Common, 50%, uncommon, 30%, rare, 15%, and very rare, 5%. Most herbs grown in temperate regions, while most spices grow in tropical regions. Most plants sought as spell components or for magical research are rare or very rare. The results of this spell are always determined by the GM. The material components is the caster's holy symbol.
All right, so you essentially become a plant or animal radar.
Yeah.
Just facing in a direction, scanning an
in
area.
a specific direction only.
Well, I mean, it's multiple rounds, so you can just...
It doesn't say that, but that's how I would rule it, is that if I have enough levels where it becomes multiple rounds, I could then turn. Yes.
Yeah. That's also how I read it.
Yeah.
So you're looking for plants that are toxic.
Yeah, a specific, like, very toxic or poisonous plant, yes.
Okay. Yeah. You face a direction. Any direction you wish to face, you can face it. You'll get a reading. You'll get some pings on your radar.
Okay.
There's some toxic plants in that direction.
Sure. Do you want me to roll the percentile to see the rarity?
Sure.
That's not really how it works, but kind of how it works.
Kind of how it works.
Oh god, did I give myself percentile?
I think realistically, it's kind of like...
I think I'm supposed to be looking for a specific rarity. I did not. Can you give me your percentile dice? Or actually, D10. I missed a die when I loaded myself up.
I think the rarity is for like I'm trying to look for something particular in the loot table.
Yeah.
So loot tables are for chumps.
Yeah, well, I could see why it doesn't work this way because you told me I found something, but then I rolled above what it would take to find something. So.
Well,
guess I don't find something. Or is it just common? A common toxin?
it's common.
That's fine.
Hmm?
I will extract it. I also have a feature where I could identify plants and animals and pure water. Mechanically, what does this toxin do? Sorry, I know that's a big question off the dome. We could think about it later if you want.
It's an irritant.
Okay.
So it could be mild to this itches and I'm having a rash, or depending on the person, it could be far worse.
Okay. Like breaking out of hives, closing of throats, depending on the person.
Hives, maybe a minor form of debilitation of some sort.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Sweet. Yep. I will extract it.
All right. You got it.
Cool. One use.
Yes.
That's all I wanted to do.
I was going to think about using the hunting skill just to get some game for the night, but it's a lot of rolls. It's a lot of rolls.
Yeah.
It's 100 plus, just to let the audience know. It's 100 plus D100 of how many yards you are away from a successful, when you do the first successful check. And then you have to check every single time to get 20 yards closer. And then my long distance weapons are 140 at best to not have like penalties. So it would just be like 10 rolls all in a row.
Can I make a request from the table? Can we do it? Because I want to see what happens when we do it tomorrow and I use locate animal to help you.
Sure. You can force Trent to go ahead and go hunting.
Well, tomorrow.
No. Hunt normal way tonight and then hunt with assistance tomorrow.
I mean, I think the with assistance would give me the initial start, but the rules for tracking it are actually stalking the game. So actually getting close to it without
I kind of want to hear that played out, to be honest.
Sure, we could do it. Do you have that D10 I gave you?
Yeah.
And I'm going to assume nobody else in my party is proficient at hunting, because you're just going to make things worse if you go with me. Okay. Let's play this out. So the first roll is 100 plus D100. So I am 135 yards away. Well, sorry. I have to make the roll. I have to make the hunt roll first.
A proficiency check must be made with a -1 penalty to the ability score for every non-proficient hunter in the party. So
It's just giving me out there.
So you're not making a penalty. You're just trying to pass the check.
Yeah, and then when I pass the check, it'll be 135 yards if I pass.
Correct.
So this is using my will. So the -1 doesn't matter, right? I'm just adding the score to this.
Yeah, just adding the score.
Yeah. So that is a 29.
All right. So your hunt proficiency check has passed. Whatever you're stalking is 130 feet out. Correct?
Yeah. And I'm trying
135?
to hunt for something not terribly big. I'm trying to hunt for like medium game, medium or smaller. Like, well, not small game, something medium.
Something medium. What would medium creature out here be?
Yeah, because I want something that I can essentially lug over my shoulder, bring back to camp. We eat it in the night, and I can feed everyone in the party, and maybe have some leftover that I can dry over smoke.
You find a fox.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm 135 yards. I need to get within. What's the penalty for shooting at long range?
Long range, I believe, is -4.
-4. So I need to get 140, ideally, 140 feet, which is... I fucking... Math is not mathing right now for me. How many yards is that? So I need to get within 46 yards.
Okay.
So I need to pass at least 5 checks to get within 140 feet. So let's go, I guess.
Why? What are the checks for?
To get 20 yards closer.
Okay.
To this game without spooking it.
Okay. So it's not a stealth check. It's specifically
it's hunting.
Hunting
it's
specific
hunting with my proficiency.
stalking check.
Yeah.
And
to stalk the game without spooking it. And in order to get within range of my weapon, to not incur a penalty in firing it, I need to get within. I need to do 5 more successful checks.
A question.
At least if I'm understanding it correctly.
Isn't there a mechanic where you could like take your turn to aim and negate some of the long range effects?
The proficiency just says that if your stalking of it is successful, you surprise it.
Right. I mean, in typical combat, right, when you're in long range, you could like take a turn or something like that to aim.
I don't think.
I don't
AD&D
believe that is a thing in this.
We did something in the last combat where he was going to be able to negate something. He had a bunch of things stacking negative against him.
His range.
Right.
Yeah, I had to get closer.
Yes, you could get closer, or there was something that I thought you could do when further. But if not, it's fine.
I don't remember. I think
there might be. I'll look at the combat and tactics real quick.
It's fine. This doesn't necessarily apply to this anyways.
From what I remember, I had the three shots.
Yeah.
I could have moved closer and sacrificed 2 of my shots to get 1 shot or something like that. Something to that effect.
With your move, yeah.
With my movement.
Yeah, I understood at the time, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't necessarily need to apply here. Okay, so you have 5 checks with your proficiency.
Yeah.
All the same check?
All the same check. All the
because
against
it's
the same
20
skill.
feet at a time.
20 yards at a time.
Okay, and then it is your check is what check?
It is my against my hunting proficiency, which uses my will, my wisdom.
Okay.
So I have 5 checks. If I'm doing it correctly, I believe the way I set it up should be correct.
Mm-hmm.
I think 5. It's 23. So 23 is 1. Nope, failed on the second one.
The creature is spooked.
Yep. The creature notices your presence.
16 is the total.
So you can, if you want, try to attack it from wherever you are, but it will just run away.
I'm at 1 successful check got me to 135 yards or 115 yards, which is 300 something feet. It's outside of my range of everything.
Okay.
Like even the longest range of my longbow is 210.
Yep.
The flight arrow.
Yep.
I just started to move and I cracked a twig and it just fucking ran away. I go, this is not where I'm comfortable.
Gotta get myself back to my friend and their good berries.
Yeah. I just wanted to eat something that wasn't grainy magic berry.
Or dried. And preserved in an iron tin.
Yeah.
For God knows how long.
Do have 4 more good berries for the night.
Yeah. I make my way back to it. Sneakily. I don't want to make noise and get attention to things I don't want. But I will make my way back to camp. And then we can do our rounds of watch.
Yeah. Now that I understand the rules, I get what you're saying. There's no need to do it the next day because it would just be that first check that would be avoided.
I'm pretty sure the distances on these are yards.
Yes, yards.
So...
Well, for weapons?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Each range category, short, medium, and long, includes attacks from distances equal to or less than the given range. Thus, a heavy crossbow fired at a target 136 yards away uses the medium range modifier.
Oh, those are yards?
Yeah, I thought there was something wrong with your...
Yeah, I also thought they were.
Really? I thought that was feet because I'm so used to 5e, but everything's feet and like 100.
Everything's also short range
Yeah, feet,
in 5e.
feet would be used in like a tight space.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I'm so clouded by 5e.
Yeah.
Like 150 feet is the range. Like 100, 200 feet is like the range of most long range stuff in like a bow in 5e.
Yeah, like I think a longbow in 5e is 300, isn't it?
I don't recall.
Yeah, like the long range. But like the
I
medium
can
range,
actually
Or
check that for you
It's
real quick.
140. It's like 150.
it's like 150,
450.
160, I think is like.
It's
But
usually the long range is 3 times the short range.
I have a pretty good shortcut for that, so I could actually answer that for 5e real quick. You said the longbow?
like a longbow, yeah. But I'm used to feet, so when I saw 140,
600.
What?
600
for long range,
for long range.
medium range.
There's only 2 ranges in 5e, so 150 is your normal range, 600 is long range.
Yeah, so 150, but like 150 feet, I just have that in my head. Of like,
Of being your with it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, second edition's rule set was built off of how far did English longbows.
yeah.
Versus
The
fifth
actual
edition
ranges,
is-
Well, if it is yards, then I would have been able to fire on that first successful
Yeah.
check.
Roll it back.
So even before doing the additional stalking, I would have been 135 yards, which would have been my medium range.
Yeah, you want to go for it?
No, sure, yeah, I'll go for it. God, I didn't know that was yards. I mean, that's something nice to know.
Yeah. So you'll be attacking it with a -2 penalty on top of your other bonuses.
Does that work in combat too? So last time I was also limiting by feet instead of yards.
Yes.
when we were talking
Again, I thought that was weird too. I just didn't think to bring it up. But yeah.
Yeah. I
If-
was
Now,
yeah.
if you were inside of a hallway or a building, you'd knock it down to feet.
Sure.
Same thing with movement.
Sure. Okay. I'll be aware of that next time. I'm 5e pilled, you know.
Yeah, we'll shake that poison out of you yet.
All right, I'll make a shot then with the flight arrow against the fox at 135 yards out. 15 on the die. My 2 hit is +5, so 20.
15 on the die. It's surprised.
Can I do the 3 to 1 to
Hmm.
make sure it gets knocked down? Like
Do you want to just loose your entire thing?
I mean,
I'm
as
pretty
a
sure-
hunter, I would be aware if a shot or 2 would be able to do it. Right?
Yeah, but it's a surprise attack, so you're not getting off your full volley.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
it's surprised.
That's
Go
fine.
ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. 6.
I'm sorry, you have to beat a 1.
Ooh.
You have to beat a 1.
Ooh, I forget things. HP is different here.
Yeah.
HP is different in this town.
Oh, yeah, your arrow flies through the air. The fox is rooting around in the ground. Looks like it's snapped something off the ground, but it hasn't really moved yet. And then an arrow crashes right through its ribcage. It plops over.
Through the lungs, man.
Hmm?
All right. I take a deep breath. Put the arrow over, or my longbow over my shoulders. Head over to the side of the kill. Recover my arrow. Look at it real quick. Make sure. I probably have to do some level of repair to parts of it, maybe.
Repair to the what?
The actual arrow.
Arrow? Yeah. Think, I forget what the rules are. Yeah, similar recovery rules to 5th edition, where you roll a dice and then you get to recover half of what you shot.
Yeah, you want to do that? I don't know what.
Well, half of what you shot would be 0.
Well, I can at least I could get the wood and I could refletch it.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Stick this thing out. Thank Gaia for the meal. I don't know if you have Gaia. I don't know what your Earth god is.
No.
God of the wilds.
The goddess of the land people usually refer to as Andraba or Oma.
Oma. Sure. Quiet little. I gotta tap into my priestly ways in the future, in my character's future. A little quick thank to Oma for the meal, and then I will take the fox, let it drain a little bit of the blood out, and I'll take that with me.
All right. You got yourself a Nice sort of sand-colored fox.
Cool. My head praying that it was actually a golden hair that I can't. I'll make my way back to the camp, and I will begin to dress it. Take what I can. Take the bowels out, move that away from camp. After I begin to prep the meal to be consumed, start cooking it. As soon as it's done, hand it out to the party. Keep some over the fire to kind of dry out.
All right. Got yourselves a fresh meal. I'm sure everyone will enjoy that. All right. Do you wish to make perception checks for the night, or?
Sure. I mean, if you're asking.
Or you can just not,
I'm not going to just let shit.
Who knows is what
I'm
out
going to
there.
take watch.
Could be nothing. Could just be the wind.
Man, I barely passed.
I did not. I got a 20.
I got a 22.
Must have been the wind.
You wake up dead. Everything's fine. You guys pack up camp. Pack up camp. Golden Hairs, they pack up their horses to get ready to move on. Are you still tending to Hardin?
Yeah. I would do that until he is better. In the same manner.
He'll thank you. He's not very chatty unless you open up conversation with him, but...
After that first conversation, I probably wouldn't either. Unless he specifically asks me anything, I'll just tend to him.
Usually by the start of it, he's sort of like I want to say bashful, but it's like a reluctant nod. And then after you finish tending to him, it's more of a stern, like...
Thanks. Yeah. Gratitude.
Right. You guys continue on riding towards Anamaska.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still looking for flora or fauna?
As a general thing, we don't need to play through it necessarily. I feel like I gave you the opportunity to tell me what exists in the desert.
Okay.
Unless you ever want to point out something interesting, that's something I will always be doing, but otherwise, it could just be a background thing that I'm doing.
All right.
As I continue to carve my little snake.
All right. And you keeping watch on the horizon?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and roll a perception check.
We are, for the record, on carts this time, not on...
Yes.
Our horses are being used to pull carts.
Yeah, 2 carts, 1 horse is riding free, 1 cart left behind. You got what?
29.
You continue riding to Anamaska. Somewhere along the way, you'll see a small caravan heading in your direction.
I'll probably have a similar conversation. I'll probably have a similar conversation with the guy riding next to me. More so of wanting to get more information of him, of like what to and what not to look out for in this area in terms of other riders, caravans, symbols, style of dress, armor, horses, types of horses. If you're... I imagine there are certain types of horses, types of dress, type of caravans, of things I should and shouldn't look out for.
Yeah, he'll relay that much information. Well, if you see the golden hair, of course.
Yeah.
They're friendly. As Sav mimics shooting an arrow. Have you ever been to a Sherma before?
I don't believe I have.
Have you ever met a shaman?
No. I mean, maybe, but I never had a discussion about it. It's never a topic of conversation.
If you see pompous-looking men in silk, darker skin, they're probably just traders. If you see any of them with guards that have silver sashes around their waists and curved swords, they're probably just a noble trader of some sort.
Heavy trade.
Heavy trade does go along this path. We like to use this road to skirt around Alakra You can lose a caravan or two if you don't have the golden hair imprint on your caravan.
So I imagine this road is a little more safeguarded against banditry.
Not so much safeguarded, just safer, a little further away. Tends to avoid most of the tribal and bandit outcamps.
Yeah, my eyes are cautious for banditry. I assume this caravan got hit. I imagine very much like the guys that we found. It's more of the kind of fray that tries to think they can make something quick.
Yes, that is true. If you see anyone wearing hats like those from the men that we fought back there, might be an issue.
Well, they always so bold, kind of like stories I've heard of pirating. They kind of put their banners out. These men just wear these hats out.
Harden's boys like to be bold. Most of the more prolific gangs out here definitely prefer being bold. Using the wrong voice. If they have red caps on them, then chances are you could just not worry too much. Might even be some good trade there, but try not to disrespect them. Talk out of order. They play closer to the chest, but they're not, they've been known to make bad decisions off those who make poor decisions.
I just, I kind of figured it'd be like hunting. You kind of rather be sneaky and, not expose yourself.
A lot of people see that as cowardice.
I see it as effective.
Midlanders see them as cowardice. It's not good to show cowardice in front of Midlanders, at least their gangs. The more proper ones, they might see it more as prudence.
All right, well, at least there's something to that.
It is a lost land out here, but there's ways to go about things. If you see beastmen inside the caravans, the wagons in particular, there's more traders. If you see them outside, and the occupants of the wagons are women, they might be Rainas. Shoot first. Don't bother asking questions.
All right. Well, if I don't immediately recognize the situation, and if you look over, I'm not arrow-notched, just give me a little heads up.
I know what's what. At least out here.
Yeah. It's the hard part about traveling for business. Sometimes you hit areas you're not familiar with.
It's very true. That's why the Golden Hair are well-traveled.
Good for you guys.
What a douchebag thing to say.
As you guys continue to approach each other's paths, you'll see the caravan. It looks like the Shermans that he's described earlier.
Okay.
You have a nobleman on the seat of the front wagon. Beside him is a guy who has a silver sash that goes around his waist, and then another one that comes around his shoulder. And he has a sort of scale helmet that comes to a point at the top.
Sure.
They look at you. The two caravans' eyes meet. The man on the seat will go, How fare you, travelers? Anything out there?
Does one of the golden hairs immediately respond?
The leader will.
Okay. I'll probably even glance at him as we get addressed.
Hey, Lucia. Anything happening in the Sherma? Man replies, just your ordinary business. And anything on the road? Arden's boys. They're looking for trouble. Well, my men should deal with them. Anything else? None. Just delivering a caravan. It's failed to make its way. I see. We will not bother you further. And the caravans pass.
If you can give me like an hour of like DM to DM interaction, I'd fucking take it out all time.
My other table will sit there and listen to me NPC to NPC endlessly.
Oh, I just refuse. I'll do like the first line and then go immediately into description narrative. I'm like, they talk in front of you as they go over these things. At one point, this person will say something that you
you're
see
no
will
fun.
raise the eyebrow.
Is, I don't like that. I like doing the NPC to NPC. I just wish the players would jump in more often.
I like sitting back. If I had a bowl of popcorn and that was longer, I would have a great time over here.
Like, I would love, seeing Tommy Reed talk to Jules, but I as bot, I'm gonna jump in.
Yeah.
Like half the words said. My players won't do that.
We did it a little bit,
We did it,
it worked because you jumped in.
Yeah. Alright. Caravan passes by. Nothing else too interesting happens.
Okay.
6 hours into the rest of your trip, you'll see a large walled city off in the distance. And farther behind it, you'll see what looks like a river that sort of glimmers slightly with the golden color.
Cool. The river is golden?
Glints. There's like little glints of it.
Hmm.
See that out there? That's a Sherma. Well, we're in a Sherma now, but that's Anamaska, the Jewel of the Barons. I suppose neither of you have ever been here.
I've never seen this place before.
Well, I assume it will be unlike any city you've ever been to. I assume except for the Galatian here.
I'll just smile.
I'm sure
Nod.
you've seen fantastic things, whatever they do up there in the tundra.
Fantastic things.
Well, Anamaska is a different kind of fantastic, I assume. Just, try not to get too friendly with the god. Might be a place that welcomes travelers from all across the world. There's even words that they're trying to open up a line with the other worlders. However, whatever the hell they may be. But the god are quick to enforce the law where the law does not be enforced. Keep that in mind.
All right. Well, we should just get this business done of dropping this off and then try to make our way back to the incident. Unless we have something else that comes up.
Should probably spend at least a night in town.
Might be prudence for Harden over there.
Yes.
I can keep taking care of him unless there's a faster way to heal that you're aware of. We can spend as much time in town as we need to.
Our
For Hard-
contact might have something to speed things up.
That would be something that I would be interested in. Perhaps not something for me and Trent to do, but at least for you to make communication with your outpost here. See if there's anything that we should know before heading back. Specifically on the details of what we found so far. The robed individuals and the gang's operations out here. Only if it sounds pertinent.
I'm sure Rickard would be happy to have a situational report. So, it'd be best if you all came along. Verify that you're doing your job as is.
Just above table, the DM just wanting us to be involved in the story. Lame? Why
Well,
can't the golden hair just talk to the golden hair?
Sorry, I'm
Jeez.
gonna NPC to NPC this interaction you guys aren't even around for.
What you guys don't see as Harden walks in and starts talking to blah 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 is just a DM playing a scene that is outside of our scene that's NPC to NPC.
Mr. DM, can you tell us what the kobold is talking to his other kobold master when we're not there?
Yeah.
Yes. So, you guys continue on riding to Anamaska.
Yeah, I would agree to go to the meeting.
You get close, and you see that wall off in the distance just seems to grow and grow and grow. What looked like in the distance what might have been a 2-story stone wall is in fact a 5-story stone wall. It is great and grand. As you approach, there is a large door that looks like is mostly stone, but it looks more like stone blocks kept in place by metal brace. As the gates are wide open and people come in and out in both directions, some riding fast, some on carts, some on foot, you eventually just make your way past, and there are a line of guards on each side of the door, and not a word is spoken, not from Golden Hair, not from travelers, not from guard. They just seem to sit here and watch and keep an eye on whatever things are.
Is this like a polished stone or is it like a rough stone?
It's not polished. I wouldn't say it's rough. I would say it is...
It's just a cut stone.
Yeah, cut stone prepared. It's not like shining or anything. It's not like a giant marble.
Yeah, I was
wall
wondering if this was like a giant, vast, polished fucking
No.
Cause when you say like the jewel or whatever the
Jewel of the Barons.
Jewel of the Barons, like I imagine like a shiny, polished city.
On your map, is this the large lake?
No.
Are we near there? No?
No.
Okay.
It's I have another map. If you want to see it.
It's too far. It's fine.
You can pass it over to them if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'll take a look. I have your world map
It's the
open.
circle on the little edge of the circle that says Asherma. But yeah, I'm also making a new map, and I forgot how to use Krita properly, so I had to start from scratch, and I'm doing it in GIMP this time.
I like for world maps at the moment. I like what's it called? Asgard's.
I haven't heard of it.
Oh, I'll show you. It's
Asgard's fun for like continents and stuff.
yeah, which is what the world map. It'd be good for that. I do that. I do half that and then half just like Photoshop.
I made my old one in GIMP, so that's what I'm more familiar with. I just had to remake my city brushes because I lost them.
I mean, God, please, Photoshop is so expensive if you don't have a need for it.
I don't actually
Yeah.
use Photoshop. I use Affinity Photo.
Yeah, Affinity.
I just say
Affinity is a better
Photoshop because
option.
nobody knows what it is.
GIMP is free, so use GIMP.
Yeah. And it's decent.
It's good, yeah.
I just wish it did vector images. It's all bit.
Yeah. I mean, Affinity, you have to buy different packages.
Mm.
It's cheaper. It's like $40, $50, and you have a permanent license. But you have to buy a separate one that does vector.
Yeah. So, as soon as you pass the threshold, what was quiet and serene becomes loud and rowdy. There are people all across the streets. You have buildings made of stone. You have some buildings made of wood, but they are adorned in gold and silver and sometimes even jewels. You have fine silk banners draped across the doors and the balconies and awnings of all sorts. And as you keep passing by, the population gets denser and denser and noisier as the sound of animals, both for trade, livestock, or beasts of burden, are now all concentrated in this small little zone that you're riding these wagons through.
I think we established in the previous episode or previous session that I'm from the Fjordlands, right?
Mm.
Would I be familiar with this level of wealth and density?
No.
Yeah.
Fjordlands are very rural and...
Because you said like almost like Viking-esque, right?
Viking-esque. Not so much when you see a Viking, you see a Fjordlander, but their
Like
culture...
that kind of culture.
Their culture is very much similar. So you get like wooden huts with thatch roofs and
Very
you wear
hunting
furs,
forward.
hunting, yes.
Yeah.
Whatever
Warrior
they
forward.
can't grow for themselves, they'll go and kill somebody else for.
Sure. Like a pillaging culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here it is
Even probably the places we pillaged, nothing like this.
nothing like this. Fjordlanders, only northern Fjordlanders might try to pillage into a Sherma like this. Wherever you're from, if you're not from the northern end of Fjordlands.
But even then,
like
this would be too heavily guarded for like
Oh yeah.
an easy pillage.
They would not even dream
Yeah.
of assaulting a city like a Sherma.
I'll probably try my best to keep my face straight and keep my attitude straight, but I will be taken aback by like not only the level of display of wealth, but also the sheer density of population.
Mm-hmm. Are you the one who's still riding their horse?
I don't know why I imagine myself sitting next to somebody on one of the caravans.
Mm.
So if I can, well, no, I have my own horse. So I probably would have been next to the caravan at some points. So yeah, I would have been on my own horse.
Okay. As you do, as you're riding along and trying to keep your head straight.
Sorry, my bad. I know I'm cutting you off. We had to hitch some of our horses to these caravans.
4 horses have
Four
been
of the
hitched.
5,
One's
yeah.
riding free.
Okay, so I will be sitting next to somebody on a caravan.
Okay, what about you?
I'd be in the caravan as well.
Alright.
I guess in the same one since we talked at some point. But yeah, I'd be on one of the carts.
Both of you roll me a D100 then. I was going to target the player on a horse because you're not wearing golden hair armor.
If it helps, I might be inside the cart.
Okay.
Still roll a D100.
Inside the cart might be difficult if you guys have stashed the other goods into these 2 carts.
Yeah.
16.
Oh, God. I always forget how this shit works. Oh, no, wait. It's backwards. So 15.
Wow.
I know, those are really good rolls.
All right. Both rolled 1 off of each other on a D100.
Yeah, that's crazy. 1 off and also 1 off on below 20.
So are you decided to situate yourself inside a wagon?
Probably, yeah. Are they
Okay.
covered wagons?
Yes.
That's fine. I still would.
As you're trying to keep your head straight throughout this mess, this sea of people and their animals and the bartering going along the sides of the streets, a small, let's call them a swarm of children sort of run up beside your wagon, and they're looking at you as Sav mimes shooting an arrow.
Entanglement.
They look at you and they start shouting something, and they're holding up various little trinkets and baubles. And as you'll notice that while some of these kids are human, many of them are beastmen. And they're all raggedy and dirty.
I mean, it's a closed cabin. I'm going to look over to one of the golden hairs.
It's not a closed cabin.
What?
It's a canvas wagon. You're sitting up front.
Sure. No, I'm saying like
We're going to cast Speak with Animals on the Beast Kids.
my first thought was I was going to look over to the side of the cart to make sure nothing was thiefable.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I was just look over, and then I'll look probably over to one of the guys I was talking to before, or the guy I was talking to before. Is there a protocol for this sort of thing?
Don't buy what they're selling. They'll look at you as a mock if you have money. And they'll come and rob you later.
Just gonna take a deep breath. Try to ignore the kids.
Okay. Continue riding on. After some time, the front wagon, whoever's driving it, I imagine it's either Hardin or George. They'll stop. And you'll make a turn towards the northwest, following another road. Again, this area is still just covered with people. As you're sitting here on top of the wagon, you just see a sea of heads from where you're sitting.
Well, I have a question. Just looking around us, I understand that everything is kind of bejeweled.
Not everything.
But there is a level of ornament.
There's a little, yeah.
Yeah. What is the architecture beneath it like?
What do you mean?
Like what does the street look like? Is it cobbled? Is it dirt? And then what is the buildings? Are they wooden buildings? Do they have like molding and whatnot, or are they very basic, like Western style structures?
Most of the road that you've been riding on has been made out of large gray brick, or large brick of some sort. It looks more like a sandstone, maybe.
Okay.
It's very fine. Like if you look over and look at the ground, it's like somebody built this a long time ago out of finely smooth stone, and it's just been here this entire time with all this foot traffic.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably weathered a century or two. The buildings themselves, they vary. Sometimes you got a really nice looking stone building. It looks just sturdy. It looks somewhat Spartan sometimes. And then you'll see a wooden building. It looks of really good construction. And the wooden ones tend to be more adorned with whatever fabrics and gildings and silverings and whatnot. The architecture itself, I would say, is closer to what you would see in like a 1400s Middle East, like Damascus, or something out of that region where the hotbed of Islam might have propped up in.
Okay.
So it's very Arab in design, Arabesque.
Okay. I was just curious what it looked like as we were riding through these streets.
As you pass by this, as you make this turn, you'll see this large sort of golden statue of a person standing out here in the middle of nowhere, and people don't seem to congregate around it. You'll see a small cluster of what look like the town guard, who are wearing a black cloth like tabard with a large sort of black cloth hood that has what looks like two horns jutting out with golden tassels. Their tabard is also adorned in a golden color, and they have large sort of, I don't want to call them parachute pants, but realistically that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I forgot what they're called. There's a name for them.
Yeah, I just don't know.
It's like, I don't know why I think like Ottoman Empire, like.
That's exactly what I'm going for.
Yeah.
Like what the Janissaries looked like in Ezio's last game.
Yeah. It's a cool look.
It's
a cool vibe.
Yeah. Every once in a while, if you are paying attention to that golden statue, you'll see somebody come up, and then one of the guards will step aside and they'll walk up to the golden statue. They'll do some sort of motion with their hands and place something down and then leave. The guard will come and pat them on the shoulder before they finally walk away from the statue, and the guard will stand post once more. And then you continue traveling that northwestern direction. As you do, the population starts to dwindle. It's not as heavy, it's not as busy. You don't see as many people out here trying to do trade, trying to do bartering. There's not people standing beside buildings, doing their barker thing, trying to get people into the business. There's no one standing outside stalls trying to direct people to come and buy, come and look, trying to sell whatever it is they may have, be it goods or snake oil. Things start to dwindle down a great amount. You'll see in the direction that you're heading what looks like a large temple of some sort. As you get closer, the population has now turned more towards being what looks like working class individuals. Not quite poor, not quite pauper, but these people...
Labor.
They work for a living.
Mm-hmm.
They're not starving. They definitely work for a living. The caravan approaches the temple and stops. Well, this is where we are. This is our contact here in the Jewel. I think you referred it to as an outpost once or twice, but it's not really that. It's, some time ago, be it Rykard or might have been Cassandra, made friends with the master of this temple. They are sort of, I wouldn't call them my eyes or ears, but they are a friend of the golden hair. Adam, keep watch over the wagons. Arden, gentlemen. And he hops out.
I'll step out of the cart and, for good measure, for no reason, give over a good berry to Adam, just to make him feel better about what he's doing. He gets a thing.
Does he know what this is?
I don't know. Oh, also, actually, if we could retcon a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I could have given 7 good berries to Harden. 1 HP each.
Okay.
Just over the course of the trip.
Yeah, sure. Alright. So you guys exit the wagons and follow your 2 golden hair compatriots inside.
Mm-hmm.
You walk up to the temple. There is a gate what looks like a gate, but there are no doors or bars preventing entrance. You pass by nobody. There's nobody watching these gates at all. You continue up a small flight of steps. Then there's a large flat ground area. And it's all grass and greenery. Pass up another flight of steps. And now you see people who are here working the area. Landscaping. All that good stuff. Eventually you walk up to the temple doors, and unlike the rest of Asherma, this place looks very mundane. There isn't silken banners laced with jewels or gold. There's none of that. From what you can tell, doesn't really look like there's a lot of religious idols around here either. I assume Sharon would be more familiar with religion. Do you have that as a proficiency?
I don't have it as a proficiency. I understand that I am a priest, but a druid is technically different.
Technically, yeah. No idols, no fancy golden things. There is a wooden carving of what looks like a human female of some sort, adorned in some sort of armor. It's not large. It maybe stands at about 4 feet tall, and it stands in front of the 2 temple doors here that are also just plainly wood with a simple iron ring handle. George walks up to the doors. He opens the right side, and he's like, "Well, come on in."
Not quite as spectacular as the rest of the city.
The temple and its master are very detached from the general culture of Animasca. They are eccentric in their own right. Reliable, strange, but very eccentric.
Well, the building itself looks religious. I don't see many marks of religion within it.
That is true. The temple itself was, belonged to an older order that's, up and disappeared sometime during the war with the triumvirate in the Midlands. We don't know what happened to them exactly. I'm not the biggest buff on Sherman history. But sometime maybe around 5 years ago, the new master came here and started acquiring their own flock. And since then, they've become the 5th pillar of Asherma. Some more Sherman history for you.
Pillars, the leaders of Sherma.
They're not proper leaders, but the people look at them as leaders of Asherma. There used to only be 4, and Master Anpalm became the 5th.
Is it wealth? Or is it just reverence?
To be completely honest, I have no idea. They are themselves practically a child.
I'll raise an eyebrow. And how did the golden hair get to be involved with a child?
Like I said, I'm not sure if it was either Rykard or one of his lieutenants. I mentioned her name, Cassandra Mayus. I don't know how that contact came to be, but Rykard and Cassandra both speak very highly of her.
Well, ready to meet the master?
Sure.
Yes, let's do that. George looks around and he sees a monk. They wear sort of puffy white robes. Their sleeves up here, there's like a little band that gets this little puff thing going up here.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with around their wrists. They have pants that are similar in design, so the bottoms kind of hug their ankles to have that little puff there, and they have like a small apron that starts around the waist and goes down both sides, kind of like a loincloth.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll notice that each of their wrists there's a small golden bell. Excuse me, Master Monk. Is Master Ampon in? The monk turns around. They are doing their trials today. You may find them in the usual room. Have you been here before? I know exactly what that is. Thank you. Gentlemen. He looks to the monk and he gives us sort of like a slight head bow. The monk gives him a much deeper bow as he clasps his hands. As
we walk away, I will quietly ask. Sorry, is this Hardin or George?
George.
I'll ask George. Trials?
How do I explain? It's one of those eccentric things that has just become a norm in the temple. It's sort of like training oneself to endure discomfort.
Eccentric.
Eccentric, yes. What are you guys wearing?
I have studded leather.
I'm probably down to like tunic because we're in like chaparral desert lands, so it's probably much hotter than where we were when we left. I had like a big fur like vest on.
Mm-hmm.
I think we say it was like with like a bear head as a hoodie.
Yeah,
it's
bear
like
hide.
It's like a bear. Yeah,
a bear hide hoodie.
Bear hide hoodie thing. I imagine now that we're in the chaparral, I probably want to wear that as little as possible. So if I don't think I'm in danger, I'll probably be taking that off and be like down to tunic.
Yeah.
Tunic and pants.
You might be a little overdressed. Just a second. And George starts to strip himself of the metal breastplate and the black leather over, but he keeps his shirt and his pants on. I would suggest taking off at least the armor.
Nah, above table you should do the things that classically D&D players do where they're like, oh, we can't bring weapons into this place to talk to the mayor? I don't want to talk to him.
I gotta relinquish my weapons to get into town? Oh, thank you.
I'll do so, and then I'll cover myself in fox blood. Dry, curdled, probably turning rancid.
Curdled blood, is it?
Yeah.
Like when the blood from a rattlesnake bite.
Yeah.
Big old jello puck.
Yeah. It's the beginning ways into getting into blood sausage, you know?
Yeah.
Where it starts to coagulate real chunky like. We are 1 hour 30 into recording. And it's almost 10.
With forbidden jello. So you leave your armor on, or?
Yeah. I'll follow the customary thing. I will, in my own head, in my own head, I'll do the same. I'll say the same thing to the other eccentric, but also understandable. This is the leader of a group of people. I don't really feel in danger.
Arden does the same. They carry their stuff with them till they go down a longer hallway, and you'll see probably the first instance of actual metal in this place. There is a large double door that looks like it's made of some sort of red metal. And you'll see lined along the floors outside the door, there's just sets of clothes. George places his armor to the side where there's like an empty spot. And he waits by the door for, assuming you guys do the same. And Hardin does as well.
I do the same. Does Hardin and George relieve themselves of their weapons?
No.
Okay, then I will keep mine.
George opens the door, and you feel a wave of intense heat, followed by the smell of sweat. As you walk in, you see what looks like 50 or so people cramped into, I want to say a small room, but think this room plus the next one over.
Small for 50, but not small by itself.
Small for 50, but not small itself, yes. And all of them are stark naked. Except for one person standing on an elevated stage at the end of the room. They are in very heavy garb. Similar to the monks that you've seen already, it has those puffy sleeves of sorts, go down to the pants as well. But they have that apron, but it goes all the way up and does a sort of turtleneck thing. And that looks way heavier, way thicker than the other aprons you've seen before. As you walk in, the person at the stage does like a punch. And everybody in the room does the same thing. She does another punch. Everyone in the room does the same thing. She does a roundhouse kick to the side. Everyone in the room does the same thing, and you're probably splashed with sweat at this point in time.
Splash and the sounds of giblets moving around.
Yes.
Also, if anybody looks back at me, I'm also naked.
I actually was considering it, genuinely.
I'm probably, because I think I've described having a long sleeve on. I probably am going to not like fully undress the long sleeve, but take the long sleeve off and let it imagine it's cinched to my waist by some of my belts or something on my waist. So I'm just going to let it hang so my upper body is exposed.
Mm-hmm. Very hot, very humid, and stinks of sweat.
Yep.
As you all enter.
I mean, I'm used to being a dirty bird, so it's not too...
I am unbothered, rather, I think very interested in what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm very much analyzing and internally cataloging what's happening here.
As you all enter, George will close the door behind you, and you just feel, again, the heat and the pressure from the movement and the sweat that you're probably in the splash zone of clearly now. And the person at the stage continues to do their movements, and everyone on the ground does the same.
Are the people here exclusively human, or are there beast folk here too?
You might see a handful of beast folk.
Okay.
Sorry, this is for such a niche part of our audience, probably. I'm just picturing the moment in Futurama where Zoidberg is out of his shell. I'm just picturing that and all those noises.
Continues on for a bit, and you'll notice George. I don't know why it's so hard to recall these guys' names sometimes. It's a simple name.
Hardin and George.
Hardin and George. He'll raise his hand, and you'll see the eyes of the person in the front stage dart towards him. She'll receive a nod, and she'll put her hands together like this. Okay, everyone. We are done for today. You've all done very well. You may go about your business. The people all do the same, bow their head, and they continue to march outwards.
Okay.
She stands there like this the entire time until all of them leave.
Are they robing as they leave, or are they leaving and then robing?
They're leaving and then robing because their clothes are all outside.
Okay, so we would have seen all the clothes outside.
Yes.
Okay.
Once they all leave and the door closes, she breaks her stance, gives out a sigh, turns to the side. You could turn the furnace off now. Pardon? It's been a little while. Who are your friends?
Sharon. Pleasure to meet you.
Trent.
Shan. Trent. It is strange for a golden hair to bring outsiders here. Are you in trouble?
I certainly hope not. No, we are contracting with the Golden Hairs. They've hired us for a job.
New trials. Well, she comes up to you, and how tall are you two?
I imagine decently tall. Oh, I think I actually wrote that on my character sheet. I think I wrote 6'2". Decently tall. 6'2".
I said last time, but I'm going to clarify more.
You said short king last time, didn't you?
I said I'm 5'8". I think I'm 5'8" with my shoes on.
Short Kang. All right.
Yeah.
She walks up to you first, and you tower over her. She stands there the first time probably getting a good look at her. She has that heavy robe that does not seem to be soaked in sweat like you expect it to be, as both you guys are probably sweating out of your clothes now.
Oh, I'm used to colder temperatures as well, so yeah, this is very hot.
Yep, you are from the tundra. She has straight cut bangs, has 2 braids that go into a ponytail that's completely loose. She has, the whole getup, and you'll now notice that she too has a ring of bells around both her wrists and her ankles. Well, I wish you good luck. And you as well.
Does it look like it'd be appropriate to reciprocate the bow and the hand thing?
Give me a charisma check.
She is fully, heavily adorned, correct?
She is very heavily adorned in clothes.
Critical fail.
Part of me probably couldn't even, hold back, an eyebrow slightly raised, looking at her, just probably looking at her, looking at myself, seeing the amount of sweat that's coming off me, just going, all right.
Nice. I assume I would be unsure and therefore not.
You have no idea.
Yeah, I would not do it.
She notices you look at that.
Actually, you know what? I'll just ask. Would it be respectful or an overstep to return the physical gesture?
I would welcome it greatly.
Then I will do my best to mimic it.
Okay. Yeah. You put one fist into a palm and bow, and she'll accept your gesture and return it. It's like, you only bow with your neck. I bow with my waist. And she'll do it again. Well, next time. And she looks at you and she notices your little, I'm covered in sweat. God, because you are without purity. When you learn, you too will be dry as a bone.
I'm going to lean into the low charisma and not be able to hide the little smirk that's on my face. And probably a little bit of no, I don't actually do that, but I will have a little smirk go all right.
Oh, okay.
It is understandable. You need not worry. If you're not going to join, it will never be a problem for you.
I'll nod my head, very consciously thinking about bending at the neck.
It is good enough. So, what brings the 2 trials and the golden hair to my doorstep?
Delivering a caravan.
Ah, a caravan.
One that was assaulted.
A golden hair caravan?
Yes.
Oh.
Recovered.
Rickard must not be too happy if he has sent 2 outsiders to do such a thing.
That is, in part, why we've been hired. But we come to you as you were relatively closer. And our mission at this point is not to necessarily take care of these carts. We have a greater task out. But we wanted to have them returned somewhere safe. And the golden hairs we travel with said that this would be one of those places.
This would be the utmost safe place for your caravan here in Ashama. Am I to keep it until you return, or do you wish for it to be sent back home?
I don't remember what George or Hardin suggested.
I mean, they're here as well, but I originally thought this was a golden hair outpost. I thought that's why we were coming here. So the reason why that conversation happened in my mind was this is us offloading, and the golden hair will take care of it from here, which is how I would intend on responding to that question.
I would probably look over to the golden hair and go, well, I don't know what as a new hire, I don't know what the golden hairs would traditionally do in this case.
Well, normally we would like to do it ourselves, make sure the job gets done. But Master Ampon is reliable. Although we would not want to intrude on your services, Master. She waves her hand and nods her head. It is fine. Do as you please.
Probably look over to George or Hardin. Who's the leader?
George.
George. Go overextend an olive branch, but if we can, when we're done, we'll come back and then deliver this back home. Correct?
If you want to make sure things are all done correctly, that'd be the best way, I suppose.
Yeah, we just somebody to protect it. Look over it.
It'll be safe here. Master Ampon has a ways.
I imagine so.
He gives a nod to her, and she nods back.
If that's your intention, I don't mind either way.
Lovely place.
Will you be staying in Anamaska for long?
I can't
how
imagine.
wounded is Hardin at this point?
No, he's
He's
your
fine?
7 good berries did the trick.
Yeah. I imagine we'd be staying for the night before leaving in the morning, back out into the Midlands.
Hunting your thieves?
Not necessarily, but if it comes to that. But also, some items were not still in the caravan. We're not sure who it was that took them, so I would ask you about that, if you wouldn't mind giving some information about the lands near your own.
Of course, I can give you what I know. What do you wish to know?
I do need a little bit of a reminder, but the robed individuals, the mysterious robed individuals, I don't recall the full description of them, unfortunately.
They were wearing all black robes. Their horses were also wearing all black barding robes as well. I'm pretty sure that's most of the description that you got.
That's fine. I would just describe that.
Yeah, relay the information the guy gave us.
Yeah. I would describe that to the master.
I know fully what you speak of, though I cannot say where you can find many of them outside of Alakra. They might travel there once or twice because they are not welcome here in my city.
Is there a general place that they roam or raid?
The Eterna Loom Tavam are strange. They have no seemingly real base of operations. They can be found in all 4 corners of the known world, except the Hivelands, of course. Some have been known to try and enter the Galatean wastes, but whether it be the Galatians or the cold, they're not too fond of that place.
Are they dangerous?
Oh, very. They will do whatever it takes to accomplish whatever their strange little goal is.
And if it were to come down to a level of danger? I believe we got a number from the kid as well, right? Like 2 handfuls or something.
Yeah, somewhere around 10.
Yeah.
Would I have been able to guess the amount of horses based off when I was looking at the tracks? Or would I just have a rough estimate?
Rough estimate.
And if 3 golden hairs and 2 contractors, who I presume would be hired for their prowess, perhaps even that slightly above a golden hair, were to take on 10 of these, you said Eterna
Loom Tavam.
Loom Tavan, how would we fare, if you had to guess?
Well, it depends on who you are dealing with exactly. The Eterna Loom Tavam, they are not all well-trained, dangerous fighters. Sometimes they are just people who share a common goal. And sometimes those common goal sharers are just common folk who know nothing of the sword or the fist or the bow. They just have information and skills that they may need at any given time.
Are they known to negotiate, or is it always violence?
If they need something, they will negotiate. And when they get what they need, they end in negotiation violence. They are not afraid of slaughtering a small populace if they can. But they do try to avoid attention. Granted, they run around in those black robes. Doesn't help too much.
There's a certain level of outfittery that seems to be happening in this general area.
True, Midlanders are quite strange. But they are very fun for that.
Any idea of what their ideals are? What they go for? What they pray to?
It depends on who you ask, but from my experience, they wish to bring down the moon.
Did you say bring down?
Oh, yes.
Huh.
It is up there, and they want it down here.
Huh.
A strange group indeed. Are they vast? We know of 10 riders out in the Midlands.
It depends on the time. Well, they were very vast once, and their cult was wiped out centuries ago, sometime near the Cursed Lands. And then they pop up here and there, trying to do their thing, trying to find the key to bring down the moon.
Might I know anything about that with proficiency in ancient history?
Why don't you read that proficiency for us?
Yes, sir.
I have proficiency in DM lore dumping. Can I use that?
I've been doing that all session.
Can you read that for us?
This character gives Gray the chance to give all.
It's crazy that Koibu named you back.
It's wild. Koibu just copied the rules text from the old AD&D book. It's crazy that Gray is named in there. It's wild.
He is my king, after all. He is 300 viewers. I am 6, so therefore I'm a pauper and must serve my king.
Ancient history. The character has learned the legends, lore, and history of some ancient time and place. The knowledge must be specific, just as a historian would specialize today in the English Middle Ages, the Italian Renaissance, or the Roman Republic before Caesar. The DM either can have ancient periods in mind for this game or can allow the player to name and designate them. Thus, a player character could know details about the Age of Thorak, Dragon King, or the time of the Sea Raiders, or whatever else was available. The knowledge acquired gives the character familiarity with the principal legends, historical events, characters, locations, battles, breakthroughs, scientific, cultural, and magical. Unsolved mysteries, crafts, and oddities of the time. The character must roll a proficiency check to identify places or things he encounters from that age. For example, Wrath knows quite a bit about the coming of the trolls, a particularly dark period of dwarven history. Moving through some deep caravans, he and his...
Sorry.
You are correct, yes.
Sorry.
Caverns.
Deep caravans.
He is some deep, dark caravans. Caverns. He and his companions stumble across an ancient portal, sealed for untold ages. Studying the handiwork, he realizes, rolled a successful check, that it bears several seals similar to those he has seen on banned portals from the time of Angnar. Doorways to the legendary realm of... I'm not reading all of these fucking fantasy names. You get the idea.
Yeah, so we're not playing like a proper campaign that I haven't given you the whole whatever of this place. I can give it to you. Like, what do you essentially want to know about what I'm saying?
Let him roll.
Yeah, well, first I would have to roll, I think, to know if it's applicable. What was it? The cursed whatever?
The Cursed Lands.
The Cursed Lands. So any knowledge that I might have on the history of the Cursed Lands, be it magical or historical, any history I might know on that might relate to people stealing moons and shit.
Dude, 100%. I every single time you said it, I just picture fucking Despicable Me going to steal the moon. Also, I do like that ancient history here is you have to specify like an age that you know.
Ooh, just 21.
5th edition just says
It's just
history.
like yeah.
You're just proficient with history checks in 5th edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is supposed
There's
to be
also
like
local
you
history.
give me the major times in your world, and then I pick one, and that is essentially what is tied to my role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll just say for this character, in case we ever move forward, the era of the, what was it, Cursed Lands?
Mm-hmm.
The era of the Cursed Lands is what I am knowledgeable about for whatever reason.
Okay. You know that
It was a 21, by the way, on
That's
meets
fine.
feats, yeah.
you know that the Cursed Lands are called that because of a great calamity that just completely disappeared an entire kingdom, a very thriving kingdom. That kingdom used to spread over the entire, I want to say the entire continent, but everywhere up into Asherma used to be part of that kingdom. And then it disappeared.
West of Sherma?
Everything up
Asherma?
into Asherma.
Okay.
So everything from the western coast, where the Cursed Lands are, where the Forbidden Lands are, up into Asherma, where there's a little borderline where the desert sort of ends and the Meadowlands begin.
Sorry, quick question, just for you as a DM. Did another one of your D&D parties cause that to happen?
No.
Okay.
No. This is the first game in this setting.
Oh, okay.
The other one is still somewhere in the Golden Hair Trading Post right now.
Sure.
They're at the Golden Hair Trading Post. They saw you guys riding off west.
Oh, that's funny. That's so cool.
They failed their perception check, so I didn't see who it was.
That was the sassiest head movement I've ever seen you do.
Well, they should not fail their perception checks.
Idiots.
Ruining my game. So you know that kingdom spanned pretty much half this entire continent,
Mm-hmm.
and then overnight disappeared. Most remnants of that kingdom still exist in the Cursed Lands. Not most, but people have since taken up home in the Cursed Lands. And then when it disappeared, the Barrens was created. You're left behind desert nothingness. From what you know, there wasn't a lot of strife before the kingdom disappeared. It was a very prosperous time. I forget his name because it's been very long since I've actually done anything with this setting. The king was well beloved. He loved his people loved him. He took great care of his family, both his direct descendants and his extended family. It was a picture of prosperity in a medieval sort of era.
Mm-hmm.
And then poof, gone. Despite that, a lot of things still remain. Sometimes, if you get closer into the Cursed Lands, you'll find full-on buildings, full-on remnants of cities, ruins, catacombs. You'll find artifacts, magical objects that existed in that time period, and they have since spread their way out to the rest of the continent. As far as you know, probably where the end of your ancient history, ends, is that the Loon Tavam cult, the Eternal Loon Tavam, while they didn't start in the Cursed Lands, their first major base of operations was there. And then they disappeared off somewhere closer to the Barrens.
Okay.
And that cult has been around since the fall of that kingdom.
So I've heard of them because of their relation to it.
Yes.
Okay. If I could sidebar for a moment. The Hive Lands is where the bugs live, right?
Yes.
And they are the problem for Galaron.
They are sometimes a problem for Galaron.
But yes,
They're-
we talked about my relationship with them and dislike for them.
Mhm.
All right. So now I'm thinking for this character, as this character develops over time, that maybe this is very related to why I am perhaps in the Midlands or in this general vicinity, is to learn more about the Cursed Lands. Because then we have, we can fucking surround the Hive Lands, kill all these fucking bugs. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah, sure.
But it's fucking, slow, long process. And from the
Highlands are a big place.
era of being a druid, and none of this is necessarily a rush, which is why I'm only slowly moving through the Midlands. I might have been doing this for a while, and there might not even be an expected outcome to it. It's not like if we made this a campaign, that's something my character needs to do. It is just like going on in the background of the purpose of my character's life.
Small incremental progress to an ultimate goal that you might not even yourself be there to realize.
It probably isn't for me. Yep, it's probably just something that I would like send back anything I would learn to Galaron.
What were we talking about before that?
I was asking about the Eterna.
Yes, Ampon said they popped up around Cursed Lands and were destroyed, and they pop up somewhere in the Barrens and were destroyed. Sometime maybe when I was just a child. No, probably slightly before I was born. They had a large following and were destroyed by the Outworlders. And then they came back just a few years later.
Perhaps the Outworlders are more of a friend than we think.
I find most of them that make it out here quite charming.
Forgive me for asking, as this may come off as rude. Are you yourself long-lived?
No.
Just curious.
Is she human?
Yes, she's very obviously human.
How old? Trying to guess how old she
I'm guessing early 20s because George described her as just a child.
Somewhere around early 20s, late teens maybe.
Oh.
She's very youthful.
I thought I remember the child thing talking about like the group in general, like their.
It was the master. That's why it was strange to me when I was like, oh, a kid became a pillar in this place.
I thought in that description it was the group itself was a child, like the group was so young, but they became a pillar. Like versus the actual leader being young.
Sure.
Why do you ask about my age?
Well, to be transparent, I find it a bit strange for someone of your youth to be a pillar within a community. Nothing against your prowess or wisdom. I'm sure you are a fine leader and well respected. It is just a bit unusual. That being said, my main purpose in asking was to give a bit of a timeline. You talked about your birth, or just before your birth.
I became a pillar simply through hard work, determination, a love of knowledge, and an acceptance of people. The people chose me to be a pillar. Their hand, of the rest of the pillars at least, were forced to accept me, even though I did not ask.
She's killed so many people.
So many bodies.
There's so many bodies.
Trails.
Might I ask what
The
you
furnace
mean?
is powered by bodies.
May I ask what you mean by accept people? You say you accept them.
My creed here at the Golden Bell is to care for the sick, the weak, to help reject whatever ills or ailments poverty might provide. And then, of course, I have also been open to keeping our city free for all to come. Many believe that I am the sole reason that the Midlanders are still accepted here. That is not true, but they ascribe that to me. So, I do my best to make them not liars. And since then, we have had a very proud partnership with the Midlanders, particularly the ones up in Rohodil.
What do you think of the gangs in the Midlands that we've run across?
They are a nuisance. They act like children. And when love and acceptance is not enough, sometimes you must bring down the switch.
Well, I too share an affinity for knowledge. Perhaps someday, when traveling back through Asharma, we will meet again. But for now, I think that is the end of my questions, at least for the quest that we are currently on. Trent?
Where are the bodies buried? No. I don't have much to add.
To be fair, above table, you did bow out of the conversation like 30 minutes ago. You were like, well, it was a nice place you got.
I honestly, I didn't even think about asking about
questions.
At Luma, the moon
Eterna.
stealers.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. And then as soon as you did, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, this would be a great person to ask about that. But she didn't give us much other than like they're around.
Well, and their general goals and their the way they act. I think that's actually quite a lot.
In terms of like
the way they operate, the way they act, the fact that they're violent.
Not a place to look.
No, I think we got to go back out and you need to make more fucking ranger
she said
checks.
that there's a better chance of finding them in Alakra.
Yeah.
Where's Alakra? Are we in Alakra?
You're in Anamaska.
We're in Anamaska.
Alakra is southeast.
That's the place that we didn't want to go to because because
it's shady.
Yeah.
So that's good information as well. Okay. I for some reason I thought she said I heard that it would be hard for us to find them in Anamaska, which is like yes, but it's like reversing every word in your sentence.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying that's all I heard. Not like as a result of what you said it means this. That's what I heard for some reason.
The woes of the DM.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I'm trying to take notes and shit. It's a brand new world. I got to be honest. Like I know our purpose system exploration AD&D. Fuck AD&D. I'm fucking enthralled by the world so far. I'm here for the world building. Yeah, I think that would be me kind of wrapping up the conversation, asking Trent, and then you know what? I know how to cap it. I'll say that I don't have any more questions. The until we meet again that I gave. Ask Trent if Trent had anything to ask. When Trent says no, I'll simply turn to her. I will bow with only my neck and do the hand gesture again.
She smiles and she does the same thing and gives a deep bow, starting from her waist. Well, I hope that the Valkyrie will grant you all a safe travel.
The what now?
Have I heard of the Valkyrie?
No.
I don't want to ask any more questions, but ooh, my character's will to have knowledge is tingling. Yeah, I will just I'll give like a more my culture gesture and just kind of smile and nod. Not actually having much of a handshake, at least where I specifically come from. I'm not trying to canonize anything for Galaron, but just me specifically in my more isolated upbringing. I don't have a handshake or bow or anything, so I'll just smile and nod and then start taking off all my clothes. Start exercising in this gym. No, and then parting ways.
Right.
I will do my gesture. I will put my fingers to the bottom of my chin. No, I will just look around and see as people are departing. I will also depart.
She gives her bow to you. She gives her bow to the golden hairs. Until we meet next, George. And she bows to him, and he turns around, does the slight head bow with his fist and palm, and you guys exit the room.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think as we depart, quietly to the group, not to Trent specifically, but obviously to Trent as well. Be like, Alacra, you mentioned that before as a place that we might go. Not for this purpose, but back where we left the one cart. Which is closer, Alacra or that cart?
Oh, Lacra's much closer.
I'll look over at Trent now because me and Trent are the ones actually on the job. Perhaps we should go and see what we could find in Alacra in terms of this Eternalum. Tavam? Tavam?
Eternalum Tavam.
Tavam. Eternalum Tavam.
Could I get do I have a rough idea, just my character, of like where Alacra is and then where the site of the caravan was?
Lacra is less than a day southeast, and the caravan was about 3 days south.
The little bit I was able to find of the path, the trail of this party exiting the caravan, or the trail of the horses I was following.
Yeah.
Would their trail make sense to have been heading towards Alacra or that area?
The trail that you found was heading west away from Alacra.
Away from Alacra. Unless the direction they immediately traveled veered off from where we were, they headed west, not north. Alacra might give us more information about.
But perhaps kill our trail.
There's already a decent chance that the trail that I found is almost certainly mostly gone.
Well, I'm no stranger to wandering around in the wilds, though I might prefer the wood and the snow rather than the desert. Whether you find tracks or not, we may just head west from there. If we run into any settlements or villages or towns, that might be a better way to go.
Yeah, we might end up back at Alacra, but I think the faster we can get back to that trail, the better odds we have of finding that. But even then, at this point, it's been 3 days?
Yeah, it's been long.
3 more days of travel would mean it's...
Low chances, I understand, but if they headed west, away from Alacra, then, well, we might find more information about them in Alacra. Perhaps that information will not be useful to us. We'll have lost any trail, and even without the trail, perhaps going back to our cart and just walking through the wilds west is a better chance of stumbling across something.
And even if we find nothing of the trail, Alacra will still be there. Unless something happens. George Harden, is that... Do cities just disappear?
Well,
Not recently.
Not recently.
entire kingdoms, not cities that I'm aware of.
Fair point.
All or nothing in this world.
It feels like it.
Unless the unless the Triumvirate decides they want to just do a flash invasion of this country, I'm pretty sure the city will still be there.
Yeah. I think if we need the rest, we don't have the time.
I'm going to point out, after George says that, I have immediately lost focus on the conversation and I look deep in thought.
Sure.
Think about how to kill bugs, guys.
But
Look, if the Triumvirate can take the entirety of the land, surely they could take the Hivelands. Bum.
But yeah, I mean, were we gonna stay here in the night under her discretion, or we were gonna find our own means of sleep, or should we? What time is it? As I say in my character's voice,
It's probably approaching late afternoon.
And if you don't mind, George, how do you spell the master's name?
AMPORN.
AMPORN.
N.
Amporn. Okay.
But yes.
Well,
I know we didn't ask.
we wouldn't be imposing too much. I'm sure she'll be fine setting us up with quarters. But if we want to ride off or find our own place to stay, again, the two of you are at the reins.
I'm fine staying here within the temple.
Yes, you seem to be wanting to stay the night.
Better to move early in the morning. Gives us time to prepare. I can prepare my spells.
Yes. Make more of those berries.
Every day?
All right.
If you want a hot cooked meal, this is also a place to do it.
I imagine so.
Hot cooked monk, more like.
Imagine they have fine drink here, too.
They are known to partake in wine.
Do you know a good place?
Just about anywhere.
Well, I'll cover it. Let's find a good place.
Suit yourself.
Let's take the boys.
You guys head off back to your wagons?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. About halfway there, Ampon will sort of be walking incredibly fast with her hands behind her back with a couple monks behind her. And they are in the process of unhitching the wagons from the horses, and they're by hand pulling them around the temple, up the steps, and then around the temple.
Sounds exhausting.
I mean, it's all about torturing yourself in various ways.
It is like 10 dudes plus her, and she's not doing anything. She's just sort of
Oh, I thought she
guiding.
taking her heavily robed self into a sauna. I thought she would be the number one person fucking dragging things just
She's
because she
delegating.
I was just because she would want to do that to herself.
They're the ones being trialed.
Okay. Also, I had a childish thought. I was like, "Oh, did she run past us?" I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stick my leg out."
You
Trip.
can try. You'll find Adam sitting there on his horse. They're keeping the wagons?
For now, I believe they're holding it for us,
Okay.
keeping it protected.
So what are we doing now?
Well, we are gonna have some nice food and drink, and then probably back here sleep off till the morning, and then head back to the site of the incident and see if we could find some more information. I just wanted to guarantee, or we wanted to guarantee, the safety of at least the items in the caravans.
Okay. Do you guys hop on the horses and ride around, or go somewhere on foot?
Probably on foot, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. We just
Whatever's nearest.
What's your world's equivalent of getting hammered? Do you have a term for that? Do you have a slang that you want to make up on the spot that I can canonize for your?
No, I mean, it's kind of the same everywhere, like getting shit-faced.
Yeah. Let's get
Get piss pot.
Yeah. Let's get
Fucking shit up.
yeah.
I absolutely won't be doing that. I will participate though.
Let's get curse face.
I will drink.
No, I just we don't necessarily have to go through the motions of it, but like.
Yeah, you go find a place.
I wanted to treat these guys to like a good meal.
Treat your men to a meal, drink,
Yeah.
and they can sleep it off.
Yeah.
You can do that.
In the morning.
Perfectly fine. Find yourself a nice place, nice service, nice people, nice food, and that's where you could put a pin in it.
Oh, okay.
Or take a break.
Take a
Whichever
break?
is fine.
Yeah.
She.
I am very much into the world. Oh, I wanted to ask, was it Cassandra?
Cassandra.
Cassandra? I know this is not the same world, but didn't we play with under Cassandra at some point? Wasn't that in the last campaign?
No,
we played?
that was either Elaine, and I forget the other character's name. Tallulah.
Okay. Elaine sounds more familiar. And then I wanted to ask, where is the outpost where we were with the golden hairs on your map in your world? Is that in the triumvirate?
Are you looking at the map that was...
The old one. I'm looking at the old one.
You know the pink circle?
The pink circle?
Oh, is that not the one with the pink circle?
No.
If you look at the Meadowlands, if you kind of look at where it's a little bit pinched, probably like...
It's in the Meadowlands, though.
It's in the Meadowlands, yeah.
So we traveled... Because the Ashurma is in the Barrens.
Mm-hmm.
So we traveled all of the Midlands.
More or less.
We traversed the whole, well, at least, east to west, the whole Midlands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashurma, where Anamaska is right now, that's where the Barrens begins.
Okay. Understood. I was just trying to get an idea because I was like, oh, damn. Did I misunderstand? Are the golden hairs in the Midlands, or did we travel the whole Midlands?
You traveled through half the Meadowlands into the Midlands and at the Barrens.
Okay.
Not entirely to scale. It's a map to work in progress.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, totally.
But yeah,
understood.
it's just the general idea where it is.
Okay. Cool.
Just as like food for thought, when I asked homie about like, oh yeah, let's drop off the caravans. It's like, oh yeah, what's closer, whatever. It was Anamaska. I was like, in my head, I was like, yeah, it's like a day travel. Day travel, drop off, and then come back here. And I was like, oh fuck.
If you didn't have
3 or 4 days.
If you didn't have wagons, sure, a day because you're traveling light on horse.
Sure. But in my head, I was like, when it became 3 days, I was like, ooh.
I think it's where, I think the misunderstanding is it's going to be very hard for him to track. But I have things that can help.
That's fine.
I got more creatures and whatnot I could talk to. All right, so we will take our short little break, and then we will be back for a little more AD&D.
Sweet.
Welcome back from our break. System exploration. Great.
All right, so you treated all the boys the food and drink for the night. You're bedding down in the temple.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to wake up and head off to Alakra.
I would probably like it to be, I don't remember what time it was that we initiated this, but it would be not going deep into the night, but like if it was like early night, having a really good time, trying to go to bed early.
Yeah.
So we can rise early.
You guys arrived somewhere around like late afternoon.
Yeah. I specifically said I was not over partying by any means. I'll participate. I'll have drink, but I'm not getting.
Mm-hmm.
Would you curse faced? I'm not getting slammed. Probably a lot of just fly on the wall or sitting at the table with the boys, whatever's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get us to just relax, decompress.
Yeah.
One guy almost died. But whatever, early to bed, early to rise still.
Yeah.
Yeah, your golden hair compatriots, they partake in drink, but not too much. They're disciplined.
Yeah. I'm also getting I want to get very nice drink for that.
Yeah. You get a really nice thing of wine.
Yeah.
They bring a whole cask for you. And I assume you guys aren't going to finish it.
I'll
don't
take
think
what
anyone's
I can.
gonna really drink all of it there.
Yeah.
But they'll allow you to keep the cask. It's
Yeah.
small wooden barrel.
As long as I can carry it on my person, it doesn't break the rules of being a ranger.
Well, you could also carry it. Well, we're not going to have a cart. Never mind.
Right. Like, tie it to the horse. Horse's saddlebags. They're probably big enough.
You could tie things
Empty-
to saddlebags.
Empty one thing out. One of
bel-
those nets.
I believe it's got to be on me. I don't think I can hang it on a horse. I think it counts as storage.
What?
Ranger rules are like everything you own is on your possession.
Okay.
Like
What if
you
I
don't
own
have
it?
forms of storage. What was that?
What if I own it?
You could keep it, yeah.
Gift it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't break the ranger rules of being like an ascetic.
Yes,
Such a dumb rule. I push so hard for the opposite of that rule in my games where I'm like, hey, I don't care about encumbrance, but be reasonable about what you have on your person. and then let me encourage you to have a backpack or saddlebags on a horse or a cart that you take with you. And like, you don't have 40,000 gold on you because that may weigh a metric ton. Have you ever thought about going to the bank? Like, I like intentionally encouraging other forms of storage so that things feel good.
Yeah.
I can't believe that there's a written rule in this game that's like, you can't have storage.
Yeah. And it's also like gold or anything like that. I can't have that anywhere else but on my person. So I have to have money and it has to be on me, and I can't have so much of a denomination.
It's trying to emphasize you being a wanderer.
Yeah. Granted, there's nothing about having the highest valued item. You know, so like I could have like whatever the what were we given? The money that we were given. What was that currency called?
Pawns.
Pawns. I don't know if your world has anything higher than pond.
No.
But yeah, it'd be like if I wanted to have an absurd amount of money, everything would have to be in pond.
All right. You head back to Anamasca. You get your sleep. You guys wake up in the morning. You wander around, go look for your cart. You'll find various people out here doing their thing. You know, whether it be training their forms off in the courtyard or tending to the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone tending to the garden at this point in time looks like they belong to like the monkhood of this place.
Sure.
Can I train with them? Would that be uncouth?
Not at all.
We don't have to play through it or anything. I would like to do that.
Yeah.
I think to express my character's general interest.
Like absorbing the culture.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I would politely request to be able to join them.
You could join them. They'll bring you in. One person will show you like the general forms of what they're doing. Eventually, somebody starts passing around like sticks to sort of train strikes with, and you can go through those emotions.
And on my character sheet, where do I mark that I've now multi-classed monk?
There is no monk in this game. There are a plentiful unarmed combat rules though.
Just a tangent for the thousandth time. Everybody was upset in the latest season of Stranger Things because Mike calls out. He's like, "Will, you're a sorcerer because you're just like a wizard, like you play in the game, but actually you're more like a sorcerer because you have innate magic." And everybody was like, "No, he has a patron. He's a warlock." And everybody was upset about it because they got it wrong. But it's an era piece, and there were no warlocks in D&D at that time. So actually, sorcerer does make the most sense, and everybody's wrong because this is an era piece.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just funny.
I
That's
don't
funny.
think there were sorcerers back then either.
I don't know. Is there no sorcerer in this?
Wizard, and then you could be a mage or a specialist.
Oh, so sorcerer is wrong too. Oh, they're wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is Stranger Things set at this time period of D&D?
Likely.
Yes.
It ends in 89.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure sorcerer is fairly recent. I want to say at least 3.
3 or 3.5 would be my guess.
Well, they're all wrong. They're playing 5th edition.
Oh, I think it's crazy that
Losers.
a druid is a priest.
Yeah. Ranger
Feels like
is
such an afterthought.
Ranger is a warrior.
That feels fine to me.
Yeah.
It feels like such an afterthought to have druids as priests.
I mean, they're a priest of nature. The idea is that they serve some sort of natural or nature god, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just nothing in it has divinity in it. Like, it doesn't say anything about a god. The only thing that feels divine is that my character has to pray.
Well, the priest part is like the base class, and then the druid's the offshoot. So it's opposed to cleric and druid.
Yeah.
And I think bard.
Yeah, I mean, but I think your magic comes from the world and whatever. Depending on the DM
presumably, yes, you could easily, because that's how my world would work too. Is there are gods of nature. That's how all of my shit works too. So like, yeah, you're praying to the trees, but you're praying to you just don't know that you're praying to the gods.
Yes. You don't have a strict. This is
Also,
the church you go to. Your church is nature.
I mean, that's technically how all of my world works.
Yeah.
Is patrons are people that have ascended into a level of divinity, and therefore if you have a patron. You're just divine to a lesser god.
Yeah.
That's how 5th editions are supposed to be. They're just supposed to be like creatures of power.
Yeah.
Oh, like a vampiric lord or something.
Yeah,
but
like a
in
sphinx could be a
in
patron.
my what would you call that? Not religion, cause. Fuck, there's a good
Cosmos?
word.
Pantheon.
In my pantheon, like a vampiric lord is someone that ascends in power to what would be akin to a demi-angel, which is the lowest divine
Sure.
being that you could be. But they are that now. So
Mm-hmm.
vampiric lords are demi-angels. And so it's still a god in a sense.
Sure.
And then I just keep that all in my mind and don't tell my players any of that because it doesn't matter, and I don't care enough, and I don't want to have any arguments and be like, actually, I pray to a god, and I'll be like, well, actually, no one in my world prays to gods. You pray to angels or archangels, and it's like I just keep that in my mind because I'm the only one who gives a fuck,
Yeah.
and I just don't tell anybody that.
Yeah.
So you, Sharon, you sit there and you do your forms with the monks. They're happy to have you. Trent,
Mm-hmm.
are you doing anything in particular?
Just getting the horses ready for the travel.
You get the horses ready. The golden hair men will join you. I imagine Sharon will join you once you see the horses are...
Yeah, I'm probably not going to go through the full day's worth of shit.
Mhm.
Just, while there's a little bit of time, 10 minutes to do forms or whatever.
You do that.
I'm going to have to eat rations today. I got 2 good berries.
Oh, wow.
As he's making faces over there. And that is horrid rolls.
I rolled snake eyes. I could
2d4?
2d4.
Worst outcome. Okay.
I'm lying though. I am going to eat one.
You guys get ready. Master Ampon comes to see you guys off. Well, I hope your stay here was acceptable, at the very least. And she gives you that fist and palm bow again.
Sure.
Return the bow.
To which do you expect to return? Should we send word or have the goods stay here?
I'll turn to oh shit, what are their names again? I'll turn to George. Right. How far out you reckon the caravan is?
The caravan,
The one that we left. The cart. The cart that we left.
a day and a half by horseback unladen. It'll be a 4-day trip back without the proper horse.
I'll turn to Trent. It's 3 days minimum, but we also have the task to do.
I imagine if it's we get past a week of no contact,
Perhaps
probably send a message to the Golden Hairs to come and retrieve their cart. And also that we've gone missing, but it's less important.
George is like, that might be prudent.
I'll nod. Yeah, I'll agree.
All right, then. So we're off to Alacra.
No. Are we?
We're gonna take our chances to go back to that cart, follow the tracks that Trent had found, perhaps finding fresher ones.
All right. As I said, the reins are in your hands.
All right.
I'll give another parting bow to the master.
She receives the bow, returns. And you guys will head off.
Mm-hmm.
You guys leave Anamaska and head towards the caravan site.
And just as just a moment of reprieve would be in the time of getting everything ready, probably notifying any of the men and even myself to restore any rations that we need or for the travel.
Yeah, on the way out, you can do that easily.
Yeah.
It's a busy marketplace of a town.
Good berry. I'm done.
Dog food.
It's DAWG. This episode's sponsored by
I was gonna say, we don't
DAWG dog food.
It's not a sponsor.
All right. And you're riding south.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You ride on to the day, eventually afternoon, night falls. You guys can set up camp or push through. I imagine you're just going to set the camp up, or?
Yeah. Very similar manner to what we were doing before.
Mm-hmm. You guys take your watches, and nothing eventful happens. You guys wake up. Golden Hairs are breaking down camp as usual, probably having a ration at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can continue riding towards the caravan. Not too long of a trip from where you left off. You probably get there in a few hours. When you get there, you'll see the caravan, the last wagon off in the distance. Well, I believe you took the wheels off.
Yes.
Something like that.
2 of the wheels.
I gathered the men and we lifted up the cart, removed the wheels so
Mm.
that it was less easy to move.
And it'll be sitting there, right where you left it.
I'm gonna go back to the area where I found that trail, or I found the what I assumed to be the trail of the horses that ran out of here. I'm gonna try again. I'll point out to my friend because he said he might have stuff to help. But I start heading that direction. I will initiate the tracking again. And where did I find that table that we tabled the table things?
I think what I would mostly like to do is, should he fail, use a spell to perhaps give him another opportunity. And to be transparent, I would just speak with the animals in the area, perhaps moving in the direction that we anticipated, and then not far though. Speak with the animals and see if we can pick up on what direction they were headed, so that perhaps he has another opportunity to find that.
We had a whole table thing, but it's been also like, what is it, 5 days now? 4 days?
Yeah, like 4.5.
I don't remember where we landed, what that plus minus was, but it's now minus an additional minus 8 for just time.
It's half a point for every day, or what's the
It's 1 point for every 12 hours.
every 12 hours? So it's 2 points a day.
Yeah. So I think it's like minus 8 essentially.
That's the current additional penalty. I think the total penalty would be like 12.
12 what?
Minus 12, because you're adding on to the days that have already passed.
Yes, I'm just because we already had the additional day, or we had the days that passed before, and then we're adding to whatever that previous number was.
I think
But
the previous might have been
correct.
-6.
Was it -6 on the original one?
I think so. It was either -6 or -4.
So whatever the dice was, I think I said I needed, I minimum I needed a 5 to pass to get to DC 21 or to
Because you had some bonuses to it.
I had bonuses.
Yeah.
I remember saying on the podcast or saying on the recording, I needed at least 5, and I rolled a 3. And then I think this is Will was 14. So what would be the difference? Would be plus 5 would be 19 plus 2. So it was at plus 2.
Okay.
So minus an additional 8. So it's -6 right now
all right.
to the roll.
Scoff that.
I believe. I don't know if anyone would ever leave a comment at this point. If they're still listening, you can.
It's
Fact
been
check
a
me on
session.
Okay. All right. I got -6 to this roll.
A bit of a Hail Mary.
It is a bit of a Hail Mary.
The 1.
It was a 3 again.
Seeing him struggling to find anything.
It's not in the dice.
Given an hour, I can try again, but at that point, it's.
Well, I'm
it's
going to
lost.
give you a second one anyway, so we'll see if we could maybe get some of those things off. As I will try and find a creature around me. Doesn't really matter what creature it is. It's up to you if we want to roleplay it or not. I don't really care. But I just want to ask basically about these dark riders.
So your ability to locate animals, you could just do.
This isn't locate. This is speak with animals that I'm doing.
Okay.
This is just an animal that I see within range, which is 30 feet.
Mm-hmm. Give me a luck check. Those of you who don't know, I like to do luck checks. Pull it off a Delta Green. Roll D100. 50 and under is good. No, 49 and under is good. 51 and under is bad. 50 is neutral, which almost never happens.
93.
There's wildlife around here. Most of them are like the tiny kind. You'll see a lizard hanging out on a rock,
Sure.
basking in the sun.
Doesn't matter. I'd ask a lizard.
Mm-hmm. All right. Go up to the lizard. What do you say?
After casting the spell, obviously. Hello, friend.
Its head snaps towards you. It blinks in the not uniform succession. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The offset
Yeah.
blinks. My friends and I are looking for others of our kind. Dark ones with dark skin. I'm saying skin because I assume it doesn't know what clothes are. They rode with horses, also dark in nature, through this area. Did you happen to see which way they may have gone?
You're talking to a lizard.
Mm-hmm. I mean, lizards are perpetually prey, looking around and seeing what might be dangerous and hiding, so...
It's also a lizard.
Yeah, none of them are intelligent, but I'm asking a very basic question, to be fair.
Your kind? Everywhere. Everywhere.
My kind, but bearing dark skin such as this, and I'll kind of just wave at some of my fabric, on dark horses.
They went that away.
What direction?
That away.
Oh, he's saying
They
multiple ways.
That away.
Which away last?
What's the intelligence of a lizard? I'm gonna say it's like a 2.
Probably extraordinarily low.
It's a good roll if it was a person. He repeats what he said previously.
This away, that away.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get anything from this lizard then.
He goes like the direction that you originally came from getting to the caravan,
Mm-hmm.
the direction opposite of that, and then the direction like north somewhere.
Okay. Well, I'll just venture a guess that it's the opposite of the caravan one. And I'll inform Trent about that. See if we could head in that direction and find perhaps new tracks that he might be able to better follow.
All right.
Does that help me in any way?
The tracking proficiency rules, does it mention anything about finding a new set after failing or?
So it says once a checker fails a proficiency check, another check can be rolled after spending at least 1 hour searching the area for new signs. If this check failed, no further attempts can be made. So if several trackers are following, +1 bonus, but it's...
So I think the idea here is that
I'm continuously searching, trying to find...
I think this is a little bit outside the rules where I'm trying to gain other information that would give him a boon.
You have the general idea possibly where they went. I would say that after that hour, you'll be able to have another check.
Yeah.
Without
I was just
losing them.
curious
Yeah.
if the lizard friend helped at all.
I mean, you said that away, and that away, so
Okay.
you gotta figure one of the ways.
All right.
If you walk in that direction, you might find tracks.
Just out of curiosity, because he already gets another roll after an hour, does he get any boons to that?
Definitely not.
No.
I mean, it's-
so the speak with animal didn't help then.
I mean, I'm giving you the extra check after this next possible failure, which is against the handling check rules, which is you get 2 tries essentially.
Well, you
track.
already get 2 tries.
Yeah, you get 2 tries to check, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if he fails the next one, he's not supposed to get another chance.
Correct.
But
You're going to give him one more.
Oh.
Gotcha. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Gotcha.
I mean, thank you. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't need to, but
No, that's great.
I think it's suitable. As it is, though, you're also looking for people riding on horseback.
sure.
And a lot of people ride on horseback around here, so.
Well, I'm looking for specifically this one that should be pretty heavily like, it was what, 8 horses, something like that.
True, but if you remember what the Golden Hairs has told you, this is their normal travel route for people who are trying to avoid less than nice places to be by.
I didn't bother asking, but maybe roughly in this hour as I'm searching, I would have asked if any of the golden haired men were proficient in tracking. I don't know how you'd ask that, but whatever in this world would make it so I would ask that appropriately.
Are any of you trackers?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I just don't know what would be the...
Any of you have a background in tracking shit?
Yeah.
Any of you skilled in tracking?
Adam.
Oh.
He grew up as a hunter, which is why he's particularly okay with the bow. Oh, his age relegates him to it.
Well, then I would see if I can enlist Adam into helping me with it.
Yeah.
Give me a +1.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at a -5.
Easy.
All right, let's try this again.
Is it a 3?
It is a natural one.
Ooh.
Maybe he doesn't get another check.
You know, at this point, Ace would have drowned my character in quicksand, so...
Or you would have just randomly gotten a legendary item. It's really hard to tell.
No, with the natural one, I would have been eaten up by the ground. The ground would have turned into a monster, and I would have...
Yeah, it would have been another one of those, I forget what the creature was called that came out of the ground.
Italian.
Yeah. As you're tracking it, the ground opens up, and a maw just encases your hand.
You're gonna give me another go at this?
Yeah.
Oh, natural 1. I feel like fuck my speak with animals.
That's a 3, 3, and 1 to try to do this.
Yeah.
I just need like a 10.
It's not in the dice. It sounds like it wasn't meant to be.
Really, what's happening here is behind the DM screen, Gray's just like, well, if they fail this, maybe we'll have to play a long form campaign. Because this mission's a bust.
11. That still might not be enough.
-5 + 14, right?
Yeah.
Not enough.
Yeah, so
Not enough.
You needed a 13, I think.
Yeah. Can't find it. It's gone.
Well, in any case, we may not have tracks to follow, but we know a possible direction. I sincerely doubt that they headed directly north, as that's the direction that we headed to get to Adamasca.
Well, there's that city, which is what? Master Ampon?
That is northeast, yes.
I was hoping...
I imagine we would have perhaps seen something or seen tracks along the way. If that's the direction they headed, it's the same direction that we headed. Not necessarily true, but there are also tracks headed that way, which I assume would be what, further west?
Yes.
We came from the east, then we headed north, so we've covered both those directions. We've never headed west. And the lizard said that they had gone west at some point.
Because the initial tracks that I followed, or like the original area that I was looking, was west of where the cart was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I just don't know what's out there. It could just be a wild goose chase, but we can head in that direction.
Well, perhaps we head in that direction for a day or two, and should that not work, we backtrack back to Alacra?
Mm-hmm.
Backtrack to Alacra.
Yeah.
I'll remount my horse. Well, best get on with the day then.
Yeah. It was what, 2-3 hours?
You can never track these people again. Or just not today.
I can't find that trail.
Yeah.
So No further attempts can be made. So yeah, that trail from that cart. I could, we find another trail at some point.
Was it a cart or just horse hooves?
There's a cart.
Okay.
Because one of the carts is missing.
Ah, okay. I did not catch that. Okay. I suppose we will head west in a desperate hope to see either other tracks, other carts, or other Eterna.
I start traveling west, further off towards the Barrens. Or, I guess now into the Barrens. One of the two. You travel. It's, soon the sort of desert greenery that you're used to seeing here in the lower Midlands starts to vanish as the desert landscape goes less Mojave and more into Sahara. Yeah.
To like sand dunes.
Sand dunes.
Yeah.
Off along the way, probably a little ways out, you'll see a lone man off in the distance. Looks like he's hunting something. Keep on traveling.
Well, I mean, perhaps we stop and ask if he's seen anything in the timeline that would line up when they would have traveled through.
Oh, yes, that could be worth a shot.
Since we're traveling blind anyways.
Does he look like he's mid-tracking something, or he's just out there?
He, at one point, pauses and takes a look at the ground. Like, gets onto his knees and starts feeling around.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we flag his attention if he's not too busy.
Sure. Keep our distance, not interrupt his hunt.
Yes.
So you travel in his general direction and then break off, or...
We're kind of towards him and trying to get his attention, see if he acknowledges.
Yeah, not all the way up to him. Try to keep,
You don't want to disturb
hundreds of
his
feet.
hunt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At some point, you'll wave him down, and if he will look around as he hears the sounds of hoofbeats, he'll turn to you, and he will sort of shy backwards and start to back off slowly.
Oh.
I'll try to general, I don't know what friendly pose would be, but hands up, palms up.
He still creeps back a little bit, and then he stops for a minute and kind of takes a knee and starts doing this head back and forth as he's trying to size up your group.
I'll grab the rest of the group and have us back off a bit, so that we have a clear correspondent with his hands up.
And I'll dismount and probably have you take my horse as I step alone towards him.
Okay. He gets back to a more upright position. He has what looks like a sturdy but crude spear.
I'll try to step closer and go. At this point, he's probably looks like I've disturbed his hunt pretty substantially. But just a word, friend.
What business have you here?
Looking for a group that passed through. If you have any information.
Many groups pass through here.
This one has a specific look to them. Something that would distinguish them from others.
Many groups have distinguishing looks, like you or compatriots over there.
Yes, and if somebody asked if we passed through, I imagine maybe you'd be able to point us out.
I can point out groups like that.
Yes. Here is a description of what this group looks like. And the potential cart that was with them.
What was the word?
He's casting the spell, first level spell, exposition.
Yes. Might have seen a large group like that. It was some time ago.
That would match up with timelines. I'm willing to compensate you for your information. I'm not asking you for just a free favor.
Do you have food or drink?
I can give you either of those, and I can give you money.
Money is no use to me.
I can give you food and drink.
I saw a group like that maybe about 7 days.
Do you know what direction?
They travel along the path here. This is trade route for you or civilized folk.
Did you know what speed they were traveling? Was it seem hurried or was it just regular?
I could not know the difference.
Did the horses look that were like they were being exhausted or just regular work? Was there a lot of commands from the riders?
It was hard to say.
Hard to
People
say.
ride by. I seek the sand.
Understandable. You don't want to bring attention to yourself.
No.
But along this route, 7 days passed.
It's just about.
All right. I imagine you didn't follow or even bother to look to see the direction they were going. Passing by you.
Just passing by.
All right. I will reach into some of the nicer stuff that I have. Start kind of getting that together. Do you have a cloth or something to hold this?
He undoes his robe a bit to bring out like a really cheap sort of fiber bag made of like plants of some sort.
I'll wrap it in that, hand it over.
He takes it from you.
Do you partake in tobacco?
I have no... What is that?
No worries. It's a substance you smoke.
Give me a perception check.
It was a CX. 16. I got nothing.
Yeah.
No worries. Do you have a bag of something so I can give you a drink?
Skin.
Skin, yes.
He reach into the other side of his robe.
And I pull out my skin. I go, pull out a little bit. Do you want to smell, taste to verify, or you're fine?
You drink.
Drink some of it.
That's just fine.
Pour it in. Probably like half of what I have. Or would half fill it or not fill it?
Half a fillet.
Okay. Cork both. Hand it to him. Thank you. And I will move back to my party.
He nods and he walks backwards for a bit.
Yeah.
And he sort of continues that like backwards path.
Yeah. And I head back to the group and I relay the information given. So just continue down this path. West was the correct choice.
All right.
All right. Let's continue to move on.
Continue to move on. How long do you wish to travel?
Whatever's reasonable.
Okay.
Probably push
Couple days.
a couple hours into the night, but not so far as to not have good lighting and stuff for camping.
Continue travels. Nightfall begins to come. You guys camp.
Mm-hmm.
Out here, the temperature gets much colder.
Similar watches and everything as before.
Mm-hmm.
And this is desert, correct?
Yes. Mostly sand, some dunes. There's some rocky outcrops here and there. Some hills off in the distance. Some much larger, I want to say mountains, but cliffs, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of life from what you can tell.
Okay.
Right. Why don't you guys give me perception checks?
Fucking hovering around a 16 on the die and then finally lands on a 6.
Nada. Got 18 total.
20.
who's watching? What was the order?
I don't think we ever established an order.
You had one. I think you were last in the first one.
I think so.
And what was Sharon?
I don't know. I'll take first.
Always remember to throw dice at random.
Yeah.
Your watch, uneventful. You might find some random, desert mouse crawling up a small dune, burrowing into a hole, a bug here or there. I've always loved seeing those ugly-ass tarantula hawks fly around.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fallout.
Hmm?
New Vegas, especially. Nothing happens during your watch.
I'll spend my watch keeping an eye out, finishing that snake carving, and then I will place it on a rock, and then go and wake up the next watch.
All right. Wake up the next watch. It's Adam. He goes out. You go to sleep. You hear a horn blare as it interrupts your bedtime.
Cool.
Sure. That would immediately set me into alarm mode as I gave out horns.
I get up.
You get up. You get into alert mode. You'll hear a bit of a clamoring from the other tents as George bursts out of his. Boy, what's going on? And after the horn blares, you'll hear a light whistle that sort of goes out whistle, 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 whistle. And George looks around. He spots you, Trent. There's something out there. It's a code call for his golden hairs. He looks around. Not a lot of places to hold up on. Take the north side of camp.
Take a what?
Take the north side of camp.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go look for Adam.
All right. I'm going to get my swords and my bow and my quiver. It's not going to be able to armor up.
Can I ask for a technicality here?
What's up?
I've not completed my long rest, so my spells are not gone yet, right?
Correct.
Nice.
I think the last time we looked into it, it's your spells stay until you reset them, no?
No, I looked into it. Nope, I have to spend an hour for all spells.
Oh, I thought it only resets once you do your...
No, I looked into it in between sessions. I have to spend an hour each morning. I wake up after a long rest with no spells.
Oh, okay.
You barely got into your rest anyway.
Yeah.
You might as well have not even went to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll duck out of the tent, look around, see what I see.
Right now, not much. It's quite dark. The moon at this point is probably waning gibbous, so there's not much light from the moon itself. Well, not much light from the two moons right now. You look around and you'll see Harden.
Yeah, Harden.
Too many H names in my lores. You'll see Harden out there. He has a sword. He's looking around and he sees you, Sharon. He'll tell you to come with him to the south side of camp.
Okay.
20 feet out.
I will do so.
It's quiet. You'll hear another set of whistles. Harden will look at you, Sharon. It sounds like they're coming. There's at least 5 of them, I think, from what I can tell.
The Eterna?
No,
Creatures.
I don't know yet. Wait for the whistles. He'll pause a second. He hears another blast of whistles coming out. They're not human. Might be Heretian.
I'll wait.
At that point, Adam and George will return to the camp. We got a small group of Heretian prowling around out there. They haven't charged us yet after that horn blast, so they might be planning. Do you remember that beast that you shot the other day?
Yes.
There's about 8 of them.
Not great.
No. It's, don't let them grab you. Sharon, your magical ways.
Aye.
Do you have a means to produce magical silence?
Nothing ready? No.
All right. Trixaheratian, keep quiet. He'll nod at both of you.
Sure.
So are we kind of hunkering and waiting?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animal. No, I'm just kidding.
If I could, as we were hunkering and waiting, could I, without having to disarm myself, start the process of donning armor?
Sure.
But like, if I need to, I could just abandon that and have my weapons ready, or no? Essentially, if we don't get attacked in 10 minutes, could I have the armor? And if we do, then I just don't. The armor just falls off me because it's not tied on correctly.
Sure.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
I
will
will
start doing
otherwise
that.
just stay quiet.
I mean, I'm trying not to make noise. If this process makes noise, then
He makes noise. Like
it's studded leather.
the leather on leather makes
All
like
right.
that.
You get creaking sound.
Yeah.
Then I will not do that.
Now you notice immediately. You get the leather, you start doing the ties, and it's like, ooh,
Sure.
that's noise.
It's fine.
About 3 minutes pass, and you'll start to hear like a sort of a gravelly sound as it passes somewhat close by. You guys can give me perception checks.
28.
As you're looking around, trying to pay attention to where the sound's coming from, it's difficult to see, but it looks like the ground itself has a sort of a slight motion underneath it.
I will probably finger in the air to give some sort of signal. And then probably like eyes, fingers to the eyes, point to the thing I notice.
Okay. George grabs an arrow, and he, as quietly as he can, flings it off in that direction. The movement stops. And then out from underneath the ground, a Haratian pops out to attack where that sound came from. George knocks an arrow, and he starts to look at the rest of you guys.
I will follow suit.
Okay. Adam knocks an arrow. Arden readies his sword.
Do they look like they're about to just start the action?
It's half, we're ready when you are.
Okay,
And
but this
half,
is happening.
are you ready?
But it is happening. To the best of my knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to cast Bark Skin on Brent.
Cool.
Probably as soon as you start casting, I'm going to fire because you're making noise, correct?
Yes. I imagine it says somatic.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you read Bark's gonna offer us?
Sure. When a priest casts the Bark Skin spell upon a creature, its skin becomes as tough as bark, increasing its base armor class to AC 6, plus 1 AC for every 4 levels of the priest. So I would have a plus 1. Armor class 5 at 4th level, armor class 4 at 8th level, so on. This spell does not function in combination with normal armor. Oh.
No, it's very good for this situation.
I don't have normal armor on.
Oh, because, yeah, you didn't do the leather. But the leather would have counted as normal armor, right? Okay. Or any magical protection. In addition, saving throws versus all attack forms except magical gain a +1 bonus. This spell can be placed on the caster or any other creature he touches. In addition to his holy symbol, the caster must have a handful of bark from an oak as the material component for the spell. Considering I have not once changed my spells. I imagine these are kind of my go-to spells. Also, I have bark skin on my spell list twice. I imagine I have bark.
Yeah. I'm not going to do the whole golden sickle, moonlight, mistletoe thing.
I wouldn't mind, but like for a mini campaign or a one-shot, it's like we're going to spend a session of me just finding materials. Sure. I hope you're ready for that, Trent.
Yeah, it's something that you definitely have done before you even came to the Golden Hair Trading Post. Yeah. You got bark from an oak tree.
Instead of carrying rations, I carry materials.
Yeah.
So in the AD&D setup, the lower the number, the better, correct?
For initiative, yes.
Sorry, for armor class.
For armor class, yes. So you're getting a bonus of +5.
+5 total.
Yes.
Okay.
So you should be sitting at 15 plus whatever your dexterity modifier would be.
Mm-hmm. I forgot that I had a helmet. That was in my inventory. Would I have been able to put that on as part of like, doffing and donning, sleeping, but getting up and putting on my swords and my bows and all that business?
Yes, but I think that would negate your bark skin because it is normal armor.
Oh, sure. Okay, we can scratch that.
Yeah, well, +1 versus a +5. I assume you want the better.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yep.
And I have because the whole yards versus feet that I was going off of before, I imagine this thing is within 100 yards.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I'm sheaf arrowing.
Okay. All right. Well, since Sharon casted a spell, I'm going to say that's going to be the start of combat.
Okay.
So roll your initiative for your bow.
Should I roll the initiative for that, or is that like that's the surprise round?
I'll give you that as a surprise round.
Okay.
How does this? Oh, this is a different dice, right?
You know, D12.
D12.
D12 plus speed factor.
15.
Okay.
No. 14. No, sorry. Fucking up. 15. It is 15.
All right. You fire off your sheaf arrow at the Haratayan.
Yeah.
It lands on the ground. Sharon starts casting his spell. It looks directly in Sharon's direction. You'll see other little things of movement start to stop and then redirect itself towards your group.
Oh, I missed?
No. I haven't even said yet. What was your hit?
I didn't do a hit yet. I just did the initiative.
Yeah. Do your attack.
21 to hit.
What's the die?
The die is 16.
Okay. You hit.
6 damage total.
I can't imagine this is going to matter, but you have 9 rounds of the bark skin.
Okay. Thank you.
9 minutes.
I can't imagine it's going to be a 9-minute fight.
The arrow hits the Haratayan. As soon as he looks towards you guys, it hits him straight in the chest. He looks slightly unfazed for a second, takes a step forward, and then plops to the ground.
Nice.
All right. Those trails begin to make their move as the sound of a bowstring twangs off. Adam looses an arrow at the ground. George will do the same. And Hardin will step forward a bit after they do their thing. Next round, what are you guys doing? You have no visible targets. You just see motion from like the earth sort of being upchurned.
Can I get to Hardin, or has he already left? They're all. Sorry, I missed it. They're all bowing at the moment?
Yes, Hardin's the only one without a ranged weapon. So he steps forward a little bit, but not by much.
I'll try to catch up to him, and I'm going to put bark skin on him as well.
Okay.
For 9 rounds. Huzzah.
He lets out a bit of like a and then he's like, oh, all right.
This would have to happen on my turn. It'd be a 5. would
Okay.
be my initiative for that for that round.
5 total.
No.
His speed for
Speed is 5.
so
What's your D12?
Oh, it's a D12. My apologies. Uh, 12 total.
I will probably. I don't know what the sheathing rules and everything are. Sheathing and sheathing. I'd like to switch over to my longsword and short sword. If I have to drop bow for that.
You have to drop your bow unless you want to take the round to stow it, but you're just dropping your bow. Then
Yeah.
you're ambidextrous, so I'm pretty sure that means you can also grab both weapons out at the same time.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I will probably step up towards where Hardin is between our dudes and or the rest of us and kind of holding the front line with him.
All right.
And I will, if opportunity arises, would be attacking with longsword and short sword.
The 2 spots where the arrows hit the ground, the Haratayans burst out of the ground, attacking whatever the noise was. And then they hear the movements and look towards you. And 2 more Haratayan will burst out of the ground.
Okay.
As well. That is their actions. You'll see the tunnel still moving towards you guys. There's 4 Haratayan out, and then there are 3 more tunneling towards you. I believe it is your turn now. You specifically.
Oh, okay. Does initiative change every turn?
Yes.
Okay. Hardin still looks like he's taking defensive stance, correct?
Yeah, he has his sword at the ready.
Boys in the back line are preparing their arrows to be fired. I'm just gonna stick with Hardin. I'm gonna keep trying to hold the front line with our bark skins.
Alright.
Same thing, long sword and short sword.
Alright.
I re-rolled because I thought the roll was for last turn, but do I roll again for this turn?
Yeah. And if you don't really have an action, it doesn't matter too much.
So it's 6 on the dice. The long sword is 5 and the short sword is 3. I don't know if that matters. I don't know if it's like the slowest thing.
You go with your slowest.
Okay, so it would be 11.
Okay. And then when you attack with
Both.
both of them at the same
Okay.
time. George looses an arrow. It flies wide. You don't even see where it lands. Adam looses an arrow at one of the Haratan that just flew out of the ground, and he will hit. Real quick, what's a sheaf arrow?
D8.
D8. Okay. Haratan takes one in the chest. It looks like it was shocked by what had just happened, but it still presses forward. Hardin's turn. He will rush forward to the wounded Haratan. That'll hit. Barely.
Is this before I put the bark skin on him?
No, he was. His initiative was fucking huge.
Okay.
He'll rush up. He'll cleave the Haratan down. You have another dead Haratan. Top of the order. So, declare your actions.
Oh, I think I fucked up. Casting time is 5. Oh, so yeah, it'd be my roll, my D12 plus the casting time, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I'm good.
Seeing Hardin move forward, is there anything I can move on to with the blades?
Yes.
I will move towards that and strike that.
Good. You have 2 visible, unwounded
Oh, fucking Christ.
Haratan.
This is not your turn yet. This is just a call in action, right?
Yeah, call
Yeah,
it
but
action.
Intention.
action plus what my initiative
Oh, your
is.
roll. Yeah, you're rolling for initiative. I forgot you roll each time.
Yeah. It's 17 total for me.
I'm going to go ahead and not roll. Because... how many creatures can we see?
2.
Are they near each other? Are they within 10 feet of each other?
Yes.
Are they within 10 feet of anyone else yet?
Yes.
Who?
Hardin.
Only Hardin? And it will be him on this turn.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to shout out not to flank them, as I am going to begin casting Call Lightning on them.
Okay.
That takes my whole turn to cast.
All right.
So it won't happen on this turn. It says 1 turn, and then there's...
one turn, that's 10 minutes.
Oh, that's 10 minutes.
Yes.
Oh my god, what a useless spell.
That's 10 rounds.
Yeah, I should get rid of that immediately. When would you use that?
That's like a preparation thing.
Yeah, that's
On what, a building? When would you use that?
you know the people that we approached, whatever, the initial caravan of people that we approached. If you were at a correct distance where you were outside of that and you could kind of sit there and cast a spell, that's when it'd be fine. You see somebody at a distance, you can cast it and you can wreck their shit apart.
There's just so many opportunities for not to happen. Okay.
I think the idea with that is that it's like there's an oncoming attack force and you have enough time to get this off to even the numbers. You'll cast that in preparation of them arriving.
So it's like huge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I will do neither such thing. 1 second. It would have said 1 round if it was a...
If it was a single combat
round.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I see the 2 guys, right?
Yep.
And then there are supposedly like 6 more. Or no, 5 more, 1's dead.
Mm-hmm. 2's dead.
2's dead. So 4 more.
No, 5 more.
In the ground that are moving. Can I, to any degree, predict... I don't know that I need to. I'm sure I could aim this later. Or I guess aim it on my turn. Where I want to try to... You tell me, theater of the mind here. I want to capture on the edge of my 40-foot cube of Entangle. I want to capture these 2 that we can see. And then as best I can, orient that to capture the other ones if they were to pop out of the ground. I'm shouting to these guys, to the homies, not to flank them so that there is a clear, open, area behind them, so to speak.
So there are 3 visible, my bad, because it was 2 that popped up and 2 more that came out. So you got 1's dead. So you have 3 that are... One's sort of right here, the other one's here, and then here's Harden. And then you can see the...
Upside down triangle.
Yeah, the third one is a little bit off to the side, and you'll see the other tunnels lagging slowly behind.
But getting to that same space.
Yes.
So what I want to do is cast that 40-foot cube to be essentially the perimeter of it would be against them, and then behind them is the entirety of the cube, so that Harden is not entangled.
However, you're in sand.
There's no... Yeah, fuck. I just can't do anything.
Yes, here in 2nd edition, the spells and their environments are a big deal.
They very much matter. Yeah. Okay.
I was actually...
I will eat a good berry. No, I'm just kidding.
I was actually going to say about Call Lightning is you also need specific atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. We did talk about that last time. I'm just forgetting everything. I'm sorry.
Were you just going to let the spell dud out?
New to the system.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah?
That's why I didn't say anything.
You juicy bastard. Okay.
That'd be so funny.
That's mean. That's mean to do to a player that doesn't fully know the rules. It's like, yeah, you wait 10 rounds and fuck you.
It is system exploration. I probably should have let it happen so we could fully explore the consequences of a fizzling spell.
There are no clouds and your ship fizzles.
But, in a long-form campaign, if that happened, I'd be like, well, there's no vegetation around here. Your spell fizzles. Sorry, guy. On a 5th edition table, I'd probably get killed.
The only thing I have is better for getting away. So, which would be pass without a trace, which doesn't make you invisible in this game. It just makes it so that you don't leave prints and smell.
You don't have like a ranged weapon? Like
I have a ranged weapon. Yeah. I'm saying
spell.
spells wise. There's nothing else for me to be doing. So yeah, I guess I will shoot one of them.
All right.
Whoever's the most hurt.
No one's hurt right now. Unless you count the corpses.
Okay.
Wow, it's pretty hurt corpse.
I shoot the corpse. 13 is my initiative.
All right. What was your initiative? Did you already go? No.
Mine was 17.
Okay.
No, it just took me ages to figure out that none of my spells work. Sorry.
System expiration.
I love this edition. God.
That's fine. I mean, I'm powerful when I'm applicable,
Yeah.
and I'm weak when I'm not applicable,
In 5th edition, you're always applicable.
and always powerful.
Don't ever let a druid have magic stone.
All right, I'm gonna pick magic.
Is that like
stone.
Gambit, right?
They turn pebbles into magical bullets.
Yeah, it's like Gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is absolutely busted. Can be absolutely fucking busted.
I mean, Entangle is pretty busted.
One of the Haratayans approach, and they're going to attack the closest thing to them. It will be Arden. At the same time, this will just barely clear. At the same time, Adam will loose an arrow to the one that has not yet moved and is not in melee range, so he's not firing into melee. Because those are rules that I adore. Alright, Haratayan off to the side. He will get clipped, and he will die.
Nice.
Harden, he will also get clipped.
And he will die.
As you see a splash of blood come out from his torso.
Is Harden the one that got hit last time too?
Yes.
Yeah. Frontline guy.
You know, he's an old man. He's doing something right.
Yeah.
Whatever doesn't kill you, as they say.
Didn't he just get killed though?
He's a little ways away from being
I
killed.
hope you got some good berries.
I got one.
Next up in initiative will be George. He drops his bow, takes his sword, and he runs up to the Haratayan that attacked Harden. Ooh, for a natural 20.
Nice.
That's going to be a big old juicy double crit. So I'm not even going to roll the Haratayan's health. Just going to roll his death. As Haratayan gets killed. Alright. Next up on the initiative order will be the 9s. Haratayan that is yet to move, that is on the ground, it will move towards Harden because he smells the blood? Yes. He smells the blood. And Harden, he knows this, and he's going to move directly for that guy too. Haratayan rolls. Ooh.
Mind you, he has a +5 to his AC.
He does. That's why the first one barely cleared. This one's not gonna. No, this one still clears. Haratayan slashes at Harden. God damn. This is a good die.
Keep that one.
Yeah. Haratayan slashes at Harden, cuts through him. More blood splatters on the ground. That Haratayan will let out a piercing screech as he does. And Harden with his... Oh, yeah. This is also a good die. This D20 and this D6. Harden with his natural 20 is going to also double crit this thing. And he's going to cut it in half in the midst of its scream. In the midst of its scream, the other remaining Haratayan burst out of the ground.
Who might they be going for, I wonder?
There's 4 of them.
There's 4 of Harden as well, right?
Yeah, there's just 4 of Harden as well.
Or at least there's about to be.
4 whole pieces. Them bursting out of the ground gives them another extra 2 on their initiative roll. So it will be it'll be Sharon.
Okay.
And Haratayan 3.
I go?
Sharon.
Oh, sorry.
It is a D20 plus my to hit, and that's it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Unless you have any bonuses on, I imagine, dexterity. Missile adjust.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just your 2 hit, which I believe is 2.
So I imagine DC for combat is a lot lower than DC for RP, since we're doing these mods instead of scores.
No.
No.
In AD&D balance itself by giving things low HP but high AC. And then combat and tactics throws further balance into that by allowing you to do more damage with critical rolls.
Well, I just mean like my perception is a plus 14. My to hit is a plus 2.
Okay.
So I would assume, using a score versus using a modifier, I would assume that the DC would be lower for things that use modifier versus use score. If not, it's fine.
We're always doing a 21.
I also... Oh, okay, so am I rolling against 21 right now?
No, you're rolling against the creature's AC because you're attacking it.
Okay. I'll ask later then. It's fine. Yeah, I rolled low anyways. It's a 10.
Nah, it's not gonna hit.
Yeah, that's fine. As I will kind of take a knee, shoot my crossbow,
You shoot your crossbow and the
curse that the bark skin is not helping.
that twang from the bowstring and like the arrow, not the arrow, the bolt quarrel flies off. The Haratine you're aiming at snaps its head towards you and just sort of dodges out of the way last second.
Fast fuckers.
Haratine just dodged something from an attack, but there is a wounded person there. It's gonna go for the wounded person instead. It's a lot closer.
Wouldn't that have been its intentions anyways?
Yeah, but Haratine are
You
dumb.
can pivot.
And I give them that chance. Just
to pivot.
I allow them to burst out of the ground here with the screech.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just...
Yeah.
I'm throwing my own things into the system exploration, which probably isn't really that good of an idea.
It's fine.
But, you know, it's going to make a natural 1 against Harden here.
I mean, we're kind of exploring... how did I forget his name?
Koibu.
Yeah, that too.
Version, and also kind of your iteration on this, because it's like we're not playing... We haven't been playing by the legitimate AD&D rules.
Yeah.
We're taking our... It's the same thing like when
Anything.
when and if we play a 5e game, there's homebrew rules that we have added and layered on top of that game.
Oh, I'm sure we'll try to play without the homebrew rules, but inherently we don't know the rules. It's like we're so embedded with these homebrew rules that I'm sure we'll use them.
Yeah, I mean, like bonus action, drink a potion. Like I'm not gonna, even if we play 5, I'm not gonna stick to it takes a full fucking turn to drink a potion. Like that's just not.
I don't know. I think I've pushed myself more in favor to doing that.
Yeah,
to do
I would say
action
with
on
system
potions.
exploration favoring towards rules as written, but we're inevitably going to fail that.
Meh.
I mean, I didn't do rules as written for the power character in Kids on Bikes either. I was just like, that's dumb. I'm going to play them.
Yeah.
They're an NPC.
Haratine rolls a natural 1. His claws end up stopping short, sort of clawing into the ground instead of clawing into Harden. Now it is... Let's see. Went. Dead. Haratine 4. Again. Bursts out of the ground. Runs towards Harden. Claws into his barky skin, doing nothing. Haratine 5 runs up and claws into his barky skin, doing nothing. And the slowest of the Haratines, the one who rolled an 18 and is now at a 20 for this round.
Hey, I'm 17. I should go at some point.
Ooh, that's right. It's your turn. I gotta put my initiatives closer together.
I will... any injured near me?
No.
I will go for the latest one that attacked Harden.
Okay.
Does 10 hit?
No.
Even worse.
All right. The slowest Haratine will claw at Harden, and it is a natural 18 on the die. So he is clearing by 5, so he will get a critical roll. This guy needs a stand for himself.
Thrown for that die.
Yeah.
Kill him.
Harden falls to the ground.
How does it work in this system when someone falls to 0 HP? Can they be saved? Are they rolling death saves? And is there a PC versus NPC thing like 5e has?
When you hit 0 HP, you are dead.
End of story.
Yes.
No saves.
No saves.
Okay.
However, we're not using it here. I'm not sure if it is combat and tactics, but there is a... I think combat and tactics has a -10 buffer, and then you lose 1 HP per round until you're saved.
Sorry, I have a quick question. There was a bonus to hit based off level, right?
Yeah, that'd be your level -1. That should be on your 2-hit square.
Yeah, I didn't change that for my long sword or short sword. Those are still +0. I should have.
So what would your rolls have been?
The first one would have had a chance. So we're at level 5, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That first one would have been 14. It probably doesn't.
That would hit.
Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know why I wasn't paying attention to that.
Roll the damage, and things might change.
7 total.
I rolled an 8 for his HP.
Ooh, it's fine. It means the timeline doesn't get changed by my mistake.
No. Because if you... I'll say it afterwards.
Yeah.
Harden falls to the ground. It is top of the round.
Load crossbow bolt. Bolts ahoy.
I will do the same. Continuing to attack. Let me know when you need initiative.
Go ahead and tell me now.
11 for me.
12.
Adam goes first. Adam locks an arrow, and he shoots at the most wounded Heretian. He will knock off -4 for the called shot, but he rolled a -2 on the die. It's not going to matter. Heretian, who is unwounded, he will take a claw at Trent. Trent's AC is what?
17.
He will not hit you. Trent, you are 11, correct?
Yes. Okay, I will swing with the long sword. That is 14 to hit.
Okay. Who are you attacking?
The one that's still up. That's like very well. Is there potential that I could do big? I don't know. I'll just finish.
That was the second round of combat. Do you have extra attacks? Both of you.
1-1 for me.
I don't know where. I don't think so. I don't know where you'd find that.
What's your
Next to your weapon, you would have like 1/1 or something along those lines. 2/1, 3/1.
There's the long sword and short sword don't have that. I didn't write anything down.
You didn't write it. Okay. Well, I think you specialized in them, and I think it did bring it to 1/1. I don't think you have a 2/1 thing.
I think
like
you should
my
have
dagger
a
is
2/1 on his longsword.
Where would I find that if I was to have that? Sorry.
Yeah, it's a very important thing. So something that's easy to forget is that in even rounds of combat is when you have your extra attack. So
Yeah.
as player characters, unless you have natural weapons like claws or something, like monsters can attack with, if they have claw attack, bite, they can do all of that on their turn. However, as a player character, if you have a longsword that can attack 2/1, you attack once on your turn and then once at the end of your turn. That is very important.
On even turns, right?
On even turns.
Yeah.
Now, that's if... No, On even turns, that'd be a 2-3. But since you're 2-1, you still attack twice, but you attack twice every round. The second attack comes at the end of the round.
Yeah. So like I have a 2-1 dagger, so I claim that I set my intentions. I'm going to attack. On my turn, I attack. At the end of everybody's turns, we go back through initiative for second attacks.
Essentially.
Yeah, and I would then get a second attack.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Something easy to forget, especially when I haven't played a game like this in a while. My current campaign has not yet hit combat, so... And, it's kind of what I've been waiting
Would that
for.
be in combat and tactics?
Yes. Combat and
okay.
tactics,
I was not looking there.
weapon specialization. As a non-fighter, you can't specialize, but you can expertise, which expertise gives you the extra attacks.
Yeah, I did put them as my proficiencies, is the long sword and short sword.
Did you expertise at all?
I don't know what that means. I said I have expert. I have expert on long sword and short sword.
Okay, so you have expertise on both of those weapons.
Yes.
So you should be attacking 2-1. You probably should have had some extra attacks in the first round. I'm not sure if it was your bow, but you definitely have an extra attack in the previous round. So, why don't you go ahead and roll that attack now?
Okay. Does 13 hit?
No.
So timeline not affected.
You have two weapons.
That one's 19. That would be a short sword.
That would definitely hit. And... yeah.
4 damage.
Are you attacking the most wounded one?
Yes.
Okay. You attack the most wounded one. He spins to the side as he falls to the ground. One of the other Heratines will let out a burst of screeches in like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And the rest of them will back off and burrow.
Okay. Did I hit the, what is it, moral? A morale limit?
Yeah. If you remember...
I don't remember that. That's awesome.
Well, if you remember, George explained that when their numbers fall, they're not brave creatures.
Right.
So for a while...
I'm immediately in the back of my head. I've been having thoughts about, like, system design. A morale system.
There is a morale system, though, too. And
Yeah.
in the monster manual, there is an actual stat that says morale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the old school games have that. If there's like a 50% or more or of like team loss,
Yeah.
the enemies you're fighting will have checks to see if they want to leave, if they want to back away from the fight.
I love that.
Because that's like what the Napoleonic Wars, like this stuff is all based off of.
Yeah.
Like people think of like movies where people fight to the end. It's like no, people retreated all the time.
Yep.
In old combat.
Mm-hmm.
So, where are we in our current round? We were stating intentions. We rolled our initiative. No, we started already.
Mm-hmm. So all the Heratines have burrowed.
Okay.
Do they seem like they're burrowing away based off of like the sand movement?
Give me a perception check. As you're here, in the midst of battle, your heart beating through your neck.
No, 12.
Can't tell.
Crit.
Hmm?
Crit.
Those tunnels, they're slight. They look like they're a little bit too deep to see, but they're going away.
Okay. I'll yell out. They're retreating.
I will immediately wave over, but start to see if I can tend myself to harden.
Okay.
I will also move in that direction.
Yeah, I will wave over you specifically.
I will squish a good berry into his mouth. I don't think I've ever tried this before, my character. If someone is dying or dead, giving them a good berry, I will attempt it, regardless of mechanics.
You're not the first person to try to shove a good berry into an unconscious person's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this specifically in a Koibu game.
Mm-hmm.
They've also tried potions.
Mm-hmm.
And one person lawyered that they should be able to keister the potion.
It's true.
I mean, it goes straight to your bloodstream. Not saying you should do that, kids. Don't do that.
Yeah, definitely don't do that with hard liquor.
I wasn't gonna specify the material.
I'm specifying, what they shouldn't do.
Okay. Yeah, don't do that. That's bad things.
I thought we agreed the real world equivalent to good berries is peas.
Yes.
Don't put peas in your butt.
Especially frozen peas. Don't do frozen. That's just looking for a bad time.
Well, unless you have heat stroke, then I'll cool you down.
Let's see. If I can find the combat and tactics version real quick, although I'm pretty sure it's not going to be there.
By the way, thankfully nothing changed timelines. Because I would have had 2 attacks anyway for that turn when it was me. But the short and long sword have no ROF. There's no 2 per round.
I'm pretty sure that you should have it even with just your level itself.
Oh, really? If it's based on level, then okay.
You mean listed? It doesn't have a...
Not on the weapons.
Yeah, it's a whole nother table. You have to
It's a whole nother table. I remember he found it for us and told us about it, and then because we did the specialization, we got better turn economy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there is the optional hovering on death's door rule. You'll find that your campaign has become too deadly. Too many player characters are dying. If this happens, you may want to allow characters to survive short times after their HP hits 0. As Sov shakes his head very wide in the no direction.
Harden is dead.
So that's when you'd have a -10 hit point pool that you can reach. Someone can stabilize you before hitting -10. You could then, come back to life, but you're going to be useless until you have yourself a full normal rest. However, as we're exploring this system, Harden's dead.
Yeah. Are we technically out of combat?
George will put a hand on your shoulder. And he's like, just wait a second. And he'll just stand still as Adam prepares an arrow, and he's kind of waiting for something to happen.
I'll prepare a bolt as well.
All right. A couple minutes pass. He's like, all right. I think they're gone. Harden? Is he?
He's dead.
Old bastard. Always did well without his armor. Did better with it, though. Haratayans. Blasted Haratayans.
Nasty creatures.
Disgusting wretches.
In our short time span, I tried to do what I could for Harden with the bark skin, but wasn't enough with him in the front lines.
He always said he'd die in a battle. Just wish this was with the Triumvirate or Strifelanders. Maybe even a savage from the north. Don't even have a wood to burn him on a pyre.
I was gonna ask if you had a tradition you'd follow.
It is the right of Golden Hair when we fall in battle to burn our bodies on a pyre.
Well, we happen to know that who we're following. There's a cart. Perhaps there will be more wood involved. We could throw him over one of the horses and bring him with us. Should we succeed, there may be supplies and time to burn him yet.
That would do. Adam, go get Harden's tent. Want to use it to hold his body. Adam looks at George and shakily gives him a nod as he takes the arrow off his bow and puts it in his quiver, and he backs up a couple steps and looks behind him to see his lifeless compatriot's body as he walks off to the camp and begins to take down Harden's tent. George will move over to Harden and put a hand on his chest and make sure his eyes closed. He'll reach around his neck and pull off his golden hair dog tag.
I'm just waiting for this kind of ceremony to finish and for Harden to be rolled up. I'll kind of just sit down on the ground, crisscross applesauce, pull out my knife, another block of wood, begin a new carving.
All right. Adam and George tend to Hardin's body. George shakes his sword, and with Adam's help, they lug him over to the camp.
Okay. I imagine we'll need to continue our rest before setting out in the morning.
Be best to continue the night here or find somewhere else.
They probably won't come back unless there's a queen out there with them. But chances are them fleeing after felling a few of their compatriots. If there was a female, they would have fought harder. The screech would have been different. They're definitely not coming back.
All right.
You have any of that wine?
Yeah. I'll hand him some. Is it best if we drag out these corpses a little further away from camp? Or do we leave it closer to, or leave it where it is so they know that this is...
Leave them there. They're not fond of the scent of their own blood.
I figured either of those would be an option, but it's good to know. Maybe drag a little bit of their blood around the camp?
That would be wise.
I'll do that. You drink wine, I'll take care of this.
Before we leave, paint the horses in them.
All right, we'll do.
He'll drink to his wine. He'll sit in the center of camp for a bit.
I'll proceed to kind of do the move quietly thing the Rangers have, and I'll gather up a chunk of that still has decent fluid in it, and I'll encircle the camp. I'll probably even, to a degree, move around our stuff and kind of spot check some stuff with some blood, just to kind of give that scent. I'm used to coating things in scent to hide myself. If this is something that needs to get done in the desert, then I'll do that.
All right.
As George, right?
Yeah.
As George is drinking his wine, I'll come and take a seat next to him. Not necessarily wanting any wine or anything, but just a short conversation. From where I come from, we hold our own traditions. When someone in your group, be they family or friend or even just a traveler that you travel alongside, I'd know more about Hardin, where he came from, who he was attached to, if you would.
Hardin was my mentor back when I was Adam's age. About a good long time together. Good long time. He was from the Strifelins. Shared in his good share of battles up there. Bugs, beast, man, and whatever mix of the three. Can't say I know too much about his personal life. I know he has a bastard or two out there. Never spoke about them much. I don't think he's ever been a part of their lives. But, closest thing I had to a father. It's about as much as I could say.
Well, he died a warrior's death. May he rest easy.
He died the way he would have wanted to. He'll raise his wine towards the battle site.
I'll pop a good berry. I'm joking. Actually, just George isn't wounded at all, right?
Nope.
I will give a good berry over to... Did you get wounded at all, Trent?
No.
No. Okay, so never mind. So it was just Hardin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I'll eat a good berry. Who cares? Get more in the morning. Something to snack on.
Damn, that sucks.
No. Num-nums.
George will look at you. You get some rest. I'll take the next watch. I'll hold Hardin's as well.
If you need any help with anything, or just need the company, feel free to wake me up.
Aye.
And I'll go over to my tent and get some sleeps.
All right. Morning time comes. You guys will wake up, do whatever you need to do in the morning. The 2 remaining golden hairs will be taking down camp, almost as if it's business as normal. You'll see Hardin's body beside his horse, ready to be, what's the word? Packed up for travel, I guess.
I imagine his horse is where we'll place him and then probably train the horse on one of the other riders.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we continuing along the trail.
I believe so.
Continue this way. It's another 3 days. The trail, this trade route, will turn north, and from there it goes straight up to the Yucatan area. We'll eventually hit a river if we keep traveling there, but that'll be a few days. When we hit the river, we could follow it eastwards to find the Midlands, Rodeo, or west, and we'd be going more towards Yucatan.
Well, they have a week ahead of us, the ones that we follow. But perhaps they stop somewhere along the way. I imagine if they were headed to where they would typically be found, in Alacra, they wouldn't have headed in this direction. So perhaps there's something to see along the way that will call our attention.
Yeah, best hopes is something else pops up that gives us further guidance.
One can hope.
I'm also going to I'm going to try to see if I could stow away some other remnant of the Heratine? Just for when we camp. To see if that will help keep them away.
Okay. You guys continue on traveling westwards. As you pass by, you'll notice that there's a pile of Heratine that has Hardin's sword straight through him. Keep on riding.
Sure.
All right. Good place to put a little pin in it.
All right.
All right.
Did a combat, lost a companion.
Yeah, session 2, lose a companion. Little RP moments.
Oh, yeah. Just continue on the wild goose chase. That's probably going to lead to nothing.
Hey, we'd like to do things wrong here.
Yeah.
We do like to do things wrong here. Hopefully it'll lead to something. Like, we did get... There was a group of them that went this way.
Sure.
For whatever that means.
Sure.
We don't have direct tracks to follow, sure. But we know they headed in this direction along this path. So something might pop up along our route. And things to keep in mind. Like, we would be looking out for a strange outcropping or buildings or folk that we might see along the route or anything like that that might further lead us in the direction. Like that old man, the hunter.
Sure.
Hopefully something comes up.
We'll see.
Anyways, thank you for listening to our System Exploration Session 2? Session 1. Session 2? Where are we? Session 2. Yes, Session 2 of... What did we call this?
Midland Caravan.
Midland Caravan. Caravan in the Midland. Yeah. And we will catch you next week. Thank you for listening. Descriptions down, or not descriptions, links down in the description of the video to our various company links as well as our various personal links for various things that we are doing. Check them out. Like, subscribe, hit bells, and we will see you next week.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.